What's going on, guys? How is everyone? It has been a while since the last stream. As noticed, I do not have the fake background on. I need to fix something really quick. What's going on, guys? How is everyone? And yeah. I'm going to just fix this real quick. My camera mask filters. I'm gonna remove the chroma key. Oh shit. Whoa. We're just gonna edit the chroma key, guys. There we go. All right. Boom. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, man, crazy. Been crazy. So you guys have noticed I ditched the fake background, and there's a reason for that. You'll see the kids' cup and toys and crib, and we're gonna talk about that quick here later on. We do have some developments though in the Johnny Depp case. We'll eventually get to. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. For those who are in my Discord, you'll know why it's been a crazy week. But we're gonna leave that off of the stream. So join the Discord if you want the inside scoop on everything that's going on with the cardboard castle. Let's see, make sure that our sound levels are good. Looks like they are. Woot. Right. So hey Miz, hey Tarkin, what's up? Peach, LJ, Slim, all my peoples. Good to see all of you. So yeah. Anyways, let me go ahead and get this Google hooked up, this Chrome window hooked up, and we will get to going, man. It's been rather insane, guys. So today there was a question in the Johnny Depp trial. Gonna go to that. We'll use long. I would prefer not to use. There we go. Let's use the e-news feed. Thank you, e-news. All right. That's jury instructions. Guess Law and Crime is the only one that has it. Yeah, okay, Law and Crime is the only one who has it. All right, that's fine. So we'll use this really quickly.
Afternoon. Oh, let me get you copies. Right. We have a question. Deputy Lucas, I only have 2 copies, so that's what we go. Let me just read into the record the question. It's basically in regards to number C, items 1 and 3, and number C is a jury instruction on the finding instruction.
Hold on.
For the online article title. The question is, does question number 3, the statement is false, pertain to the headline, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath, or does it pertain to the content of the statement, everything written in the op-ed?
Oh, so thank you, Kaish, for the subscription.
In this particular one, because the statement
Make sure you guys like the video,
is the title of the op-ed. So I think they're just confused as whether it's the whole op-ed or just the title is the statement. And it's clear that the title is the statement. So I was going to answer to say the title is the statement in question for number 3.
Now watch this.
Does that seem appropriate to everybody?
It's simple. It's a sentence. It's a fucking sentence. She has put forward before she answers anything to the jury. They can object if it's complex law, but it's very simple, standard. Is it the statement in the headline that's the statement, or is it the...
Which they've phrased as headline as opposed
headline.
To title. But
Right, because the headline is the
Title.
alleged defamatory statement. So I can say the statement is the headline, and not the entire op-ed. Is that what you want me to say?
Oh, I forgot to grab water.
Thank you.
The statement is the headline.
Ain't that a bitch? Welcome, everyone. Good to see all of you.
Entire op-ed.
Getting the mad views already. Appreciate all of you. We are live.
All right.
Hit it up in the chat, guys. If you are here
to them.
And just so we're clear, Your Honor,
put Team Johnny or Team Amber.
what again?
I can give you the copy of this one. Okay, it says the statement is the headline, not the entire op-ed. Everybody's.
you know, just give me a second.
Oh, I misspelled it. It's all right.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for that, and Mr. Chu,
They
I
want to
think
review a
it's your
sentence,
motion.
guys.
I'm not ignoring you, but I am kind of ignoring you because since the jury has the case now and it's out of my hands, I appreciate your motion, but I'm not going to entertain it at this time, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am
All right,
thirsty. Sorry, I had a moment.
Just, can I have one moment, Your Honor? Just want to.
She's getting irritated. You see that? She's like, it's a fucking sentence. It's settled law. Why would you object? She is irritated. You can see she is clearly irritated. And I feel bad for her having to deal with Amber's team just being obstinate for no reason. You, Johnny? Absolutely. So I'm going to explain why this is important.
Satisfied with that answer? Okay, I will, we'll make copies of this first, and then I'll get it back to the jury, and I'll get it back to you, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your
Court will be
Honor.
in recess. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to pause it right here. We're going to go and we're going to listen to what she says, what the question is about, okay?
We have a question. Copy who says? I only have 2 copies, so that's what we go. Let me just read into the record the
This is
question.
very important.
It's basically in regards to number C, items 1 and 3, and
C, items 1 and 3.
number C is a jury instruction on the finding instruction
So the finding instruction. We're going to talk about that.
for the online article title. The question is, does question number 3, the statement is false, pertain to the headline, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath, or does it pertain to the content of the statement, everything written in the
Content is
So I
contributory,
think
but
the
not the
confusion
primary
came
concern.
in this particular one because the statement.
All right, we're going to leave it at that real quick. We're going to go ahead and transition over and we're going to have a conversation about what that means. So, they're talking about the finding. They're focused on C, which means they're past A and B. It means they found it and they've kept going past it. So if they've kept going past it, it means that they're trying to find for Johnny, right? And someone is asking for clarification because that means there's a minor holdout for finding for Johnny. All right. Now, we don't know how many people it is. All right. But they're focused on the main finding and they've made it past the first 2 elements that are required for the finding. That is key and critical. Okay. The reason this is key and critical, because if they're able to get it past A and B, which are the 2 hardest to overcome, C is not going to be a long stretch. They'll probably give some extemporaneous, description around that the verbosity and the content within the article itself can be used to imply the meaning behind the headline, but it needs to be the statement in the headline that is absolutely untrue, especially after the explanation within the content. All right, so this means that Johnny's on the road to win. All right, this does not look good for Amber's team. They made it past the first 2 fucking hurdles, and A and B are a doozy. That's where you have to find that the statement was malicious, okay? And it was purposely defamatory and known to be untrue. You've made it past those 2. All right? So, yeah. Not looking good for Team Amber. You might want to propose a settlement offer, remove it from the jury, but hey, what do I know? Woot woot. All right, so guys, that's basically all that's going on with the Johnny Depp trial. That's all that's happened. That's all we know. There's no finding back yet. I won't lie, guys, I'm exhausted. I didn't want to stream today. The judge is making sure that the law is followed by both parties, that the law is clear to the jury. Oh, so let me explain. So Jay, the Giant Peach says, I just thought of something. In like crime courts, the jury decides guilty or not guilty, and the judge does the sentencing. In this type of case, what is the judge doing exactly? The judge's job, because she doesn't do the finding, right? Okay, hold on. So we need to separate those because that's bad law language, okay? So, when the jury finds a certain thing legally, she is going to impose an order based on the jury's findings, okay? she is responsible for changing their finding into a legal document that either her office will type up or one of the attorneys is usually responsible for typing up, depending on which one is considered the winner. But she's basically there to make sure during the trial that the law is followed, decorum is upheld, evidentiary rules are enforced, all of those good things. She's there to make sure that the law, that attorneys and evidence and everything else operates within the bounds of the law, and that there's no overstepping of bounds, that objectives are ruled on, all that good stuff. The other part that she's responsible for is the jury instructions, deciding what's pertinent and what's not after listening to the evidence presented, ruling on motions, giving the evidence presented in the stage of the case, and other things such as that. So she has the job. That's her job, right? And then she's there to support the jury, clarify law, legal meaning, stuff like that. Yeah, we'll address that in a minute, Tarkin. But the jury is the one here. So here's what can happen. You can fine for Johnny, you can fine for Amber, or you can fine for Amber and Johnny, okay? And then you get into a thing that's weird. It's a third type of damages, which is contributory damages, okay? So you have so in a tort case, you have two types of main damages, okay? Compensatory and punitive, right? But contributory is a whole nother one. How much did you contribute to this issue, right? And contributory findings are a shit show, okay? What's up, guys? Good to see you. Thank you for the sub, by the way. They're a shit show. All right. So what can happen is basically they can say, well, we think both of you defamed each other. All right. And that you were somewhat partially responsible for the defamatory statement of the other. Right. You both fed it. And then they find, OK, well, you owe Amber this much. You owe Johnny this much. And then you contributed this much to this finding and you contributed this much to this finding. So this is really what you get. And they could both win. Both sides could win, technically, and come out with a fat goose egg, a 0. Right? Nothing, nada, zilch, period, null. Right? Just absolutely not shit. Okay? So that's how that works. It's very rare that both sides get found to have claims that are viable against each other, but it can happen. I think Amber's is more of a stretch than Johnny's, but I think honestly, what I'm thinking at this point, I think both of them lose. But Johnny wins in the court of public opinion. I mean, Amber she's a self-admitted abuser, spousal abuser. So I think that she might have some problems in her career coming up. Hopefully, if the double standard doesn't take effect that usually does against men. So yeah, which leads us to our next thing that we're going to talk about. So moving away from that topic. We'll address what Peach said later on in the show after we're done. But yeah, man. So my life has sort of hit a little bit of a shit show. You guys see, I'm tired of the fake background and stuff, and I just didn't feel like doing it all today, and wanted to sort of talk about why that was. Without getting too much into details about my ex or my son or anything, but we're just going to talk about narcissism. Okay, relationships and how it's somehow acceptable to abuse men and control men and then call them controlling or other things, and talk about men's rights is really what it's about. Okay, so there was a situation that arose in which I've been asked to do multiple things that don't apply to my son. Now, to give you a little bit of background, this is a woman who has tried to have me incarcerated falsely, who has made false claims and admitted that they're false, who has lied on me to the police, who has lied admitted this on recording, has lied about a domestic violence order, okay? Lied in a domestic violence order, stated something that couldn't even possibly be true, has admitted it on recordings, has tried to get my bond revoked twice, okay? Has a noob guy, still wants me to come and help hang flower pots at her house and She's doing the RV life and come level her RV and yell at me the whole time and et cetera, and then asked me to watch Kai because she's starting a new job and asked me to watch Kai for her, who is my son, for the next week. All right, and so I have to take time off of work to do this. Okay, for her to pay a sitter, she's working all 7 days. She's working a week straight, and for her to hire a sitter for the 8 hours would be over $80 a day, right? So I'm going to watch him the whole week, and I was going to give her a ride to work. All I wanted her to do was cover gas. And gas is $4.39 a gallon. So she gives me $10 this morning after we gotten into it because I was like, yo, I don't have gas to get back to your house, and I don't have the money to support, driving back and forth all the way to where she was going because there's 21 miles. It was actually 32 miles there and back each time, and so it's 64 miles a day. I get 28 miles to the 28 miles roundabout to the gallon. So it's $10 ain't gonna cover it. Okay. So I was like, hey, you would spend $46 on an Uber, right? We priced it out, and that's without it being out that was just normal pricing, no surging or anything, just regular pricing, right? $46. Give me $20 a day for gas and we're good, right? I'm not charging you for wear and tear, mileage to my time, none of that shit. I'm going out of my way, right? I was informed that I'm supposed to provide her rides for free, okay? And that not only that, but I'm supposed to watch Kai for free, and that I'm still supposed to pay her full child support. Now, I'm saving you. Hold on, let's do the math here. Okay, we're gonna do 80 times 7, and I'm sorry I can't do that in my head right now. I'm having a little bit of a funky day, so that's $560, right? And I'm saving her another $140. So that right there is $700 that she's saving off of just not having to pay a sitter or pay for an Uber, right? Not to mention that when I'm with Kai, like I end up taking him around and doing stuff with him that she would have to pay for otherwise. So, okay, cool. No problem, right? No. I'm supposed to do this for free. And then I'm a piece of shit for not doing it for free, and that I should watch my child for free. And so here's where I'm at. So I need y'all's help to describe maybe and let me know, am I fucking crazy, right? So if I'm providing you a good or a service that has value, right? Just because it's my child, my job is to watch my child when it's my turn to watch my child. If I'm watching our child because you need to go work and I'm taking off of work to do that, I think it's fair for me to say, hey, you should count this as a monetary contribution because I'm losing money. I'm saving you money, right? So if there's a cost to me, a benefit to you, right? And it's not my normal time. I don't ask her to watch Kai when I have him, right? I don't ask her to watch my son when I have him. I don't ask her to provide for him when I have him. Not to mention, I take him to all of his appointments. I pick him up. I take her to the store, to the laundromat, all this stuff. I provide her training because apparently that's my responsibility because, well, you have a kid and he needs clean clothes, so you need to give me a ride, right? And I'm like, yo, it's not my responsibility to do that. So what do y'all think? You guys see what I'm saying? Am I wrong? Like, help me out here, chat. Help me understand. Am I wrong? I think I've gone above and beyond. I'm over there working to get your house done, to help you with stuff, fucking fix your place. That ain't my place, right? That ain't my house. She got a man. Where's her man at? Why isn't he giving her a ride to work? If it's supposed to be free, why don't you? Why? Oh, because he has a job. Well, I'm trying to find a contract. Well, you don't have. I thought you said you don't have work. No, I don't have a contract. I'm a contractor. I need to find work, right? Like, okay, so Jay the Giant said, I feel like you can't say watch your son for free because it's your son. However, child support thing, absolutely, you should not have to pay. Everything you're saying is valid. Okay, so, all right, so I'm not fucking psycho because she's like, well, it's your son. I shouldn't have to pay you to watch your son. You're such a piece of shit because you don't want to watch your son for free while I go work. You blackmailed me into full custody. Okay? So anybody who doesn't know, in North Carolina, if you're facing a criminal charge and you get on the stand in a civil case right now, okay, because of some bad case law that happened, if you take the fifth, it's considered an admission of guilt. And before, it was what's called a negative inference. It's an admission of guilt, okay? Before, it couldn't cross over to your criminal trial because the bar is so low on evidence. Remember we were talking about the bar of evidence in civil versus criminal? All right. The Supreme Court of North Carolina has allowed a negative inference from a civil case to cross into criminal court. Meaning if I took the stand and took the fifth in a civil case, which would be custody or child support, to defend myself, that I would instantly basically be found guilty of first-degree murder. Because I'm charged with unspecified homicide, which is all forms of homicide. Okay? So, yes, if you are taking off work, then yes, only because you guys are not in a loving relationship. I feel like it's different when you are married and there is love. Yeah, no, absolutely. If we were living together or we were sharing bills or we were sharing responsibilities, absolutely. But I have an entirely separate household. Right? I'm sitting here trying to get things to float. I don't have, and she's finding out, like, and I pointed out to her, I was like, Nicole, when we were together, oh, excuse me, I don't want to scratch that. I'm like, I told her, I was like, yo, when we were together, I was like, did you expect me to pay all your bills? I was like, did I take care of you? Did I pay all of your bills? Did you expect that of me? And she said, well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that things can't change. I was like, no. I was like, you're a man, your new dude ain't doing shit. And she's like, well, you don't know what he does. You're not around. I'm like, Nicole, you had $3,000 in tax return, even though you weren't entitled to tax because you didn't take care of him or provide half the support for him for the year. You still got that. You were working before you went to New York. You were making more than enough to pay your bills, and the $3,000 was there. Why are you out of money? Why are you out of money? You're saying you don't have the money to give me for gas. You don't have the money for all this. Where did it all go? Well, that's none of your business. You're asking me to give you more money while losing money, while providing you goods and services that you would normally pay money for. Right? And this is where I get into it, because most, if not all people, would think, hey, that's a logical argument, man. So here's the thing. There is because of the women's movement, women find it acceptable to do this and to call men pieces of shit, to yell at them, to tell them that they're fucking, to take away their child, to use their child as a weapon against them. Like, because that's what she does. Oh, I guess you don't want to see him during the week then. You enjoy your every other weekend. We agreed not to do that. Yeah, we have one thing that says in the legal agreement, but our legal agreement was based off of personal agreements we had, right? You agreed. She took me to court for child support because she thinks she's going to get more. And I'm already paying it. But not only am I paying it, I paid her cell phone bill, okay? I paid for propane because that's what you cook off of, right? I paid for her lot rent, okay, which is basically her rent. Her RV is paid for. I did that, right? I paid her lot rent except for the last 2 months, which is $500 a month. So for like the last 6 months, I paid her rent. I paid her phone last month. I paid her fucking stuff so she'd have heat. I paid her stuff so she'd have the ability to cook. Like, and I pay her child support. And I take her everywhere. How am I a piece of shit? But it's okay to treat men like this. There is a breed of women, and I don't want to say all women, there's a breed of women. What happens if I say no? Then she stops letting me see my son. And she knows that I can't take her to court for contempt because I have to get on the stand. Okay? And all she has to do is go up there, say something that only I can refute. I can't do anything about it. Civil cases, if you don't refute what the person said, it's considered true. So if I don't get up there and say, no, there's a counter, there's two arguments there, right? The other side is considered factual unless it's rebutted. Okay? That's how civil works. So because I can't take the stand, all she has to get up there and say that there was some shit said between me and her that only I can talk about. I literally can't do anything. She knows it. Not without having what's called a negative inference. So yeah. So anyways, but getting to the point. So this is why I talk about men's rights and men's equality. And the Johnny Depp case has sort of put that forward. I would imagine that even if you guys are no longer in a relationship, you still have some type of connection because she is the mother of your child. Or she's trying to blur the lines of you. Yeah. You being her child's father and also her significant other. She can't have her cake. Exactly, right? And I was telling her, like, yo, where's your man? I was like, you want me to do all this free? Where's your man? Your man needs to be over here fixing your house, or you need to be paying somebody to do it. Your man needs to be giving you a ride to work, or you need to be paying somebody to do it or having your own transportation. If you're gonna tell me I'm a piece of shit and I don't do nothing, right? Yeah, I'm going to. I'm already gonna say no. I'll face the consequences. I can't do it. It's that simple. And she gets mad about it and calls me a piece of shit and all that. Yeah, I'm just gonna embrace that. Yeah, you have no idea how much of a piece of shit I am. Oh, what's up? What's up, Echo? Oh, it's all good, man. It is what it is. Once I have a fighting chance, once my trial is over, man, it's over with. It's just I have a winnable case that they won't try in criminal court. It's that simple. So, and hopefully they don't push it back from August 8th, but it's looking like they're going to push it back and we're going to go in towards 6 years. So anyways, that's why we're setting up the Patreon, guys, because I got to find a way to monetize to be able to bring you this content, but you know, to also be able to bring the good fight of men have rights too. Men should be treated equivocally. And as a society, we should not allow or embrace this behavior that women should be able to treat men in this way and it be acceptable. And I'm not saying all women do this, but there are a considerable number who do. Intentionally lying to the police, no consequences. Intentionally lying on a domestic violence order, no consequences. Provided the recordings to the police. I have the phone that they're on. I can play them for you. Where she admits she lied in the 50B, which is a restraining order, all right? A domestic violence restraining order, okay? She lied in court. She lied in the custody case. And she lied trying to get my bond revoked. Yo, exactly. Men too. No, she did. Guess what? This morning, her dude had to take off of work to take her to work. And you know what? I'm sorry for that man. I feel for that man. But I am not her. I am her ex. I'm not her husband. I am not her boyfriend. Right? And I feel those are things that your man should do for you. If you need your cell phone bill, the reason I paid her cell phone bill is she has my son. And she's not going to go without a phone while she has my son. I don't give a fuck how mad I'm at her. Okay? Whatever. You can't get I don't feel comfortable asking, you know, her dude, I'm not going to say his name because he's definitely not involved, to pay my phone bill. You're sitting here making comparisons. Well, maybe I've learned to hold to a different standard. Maybe I was wrong, blah, 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 for that. And I was like, but you constantly compare me and him and how he does better in your relationship, but you're holding him to a different standard in your relationship. Stop comparing me to him, because that's what causes a lot of our problems. She'll go and make it out the way comment, well, Ryan does. Well, Ryan does. Well, bitch, first of all, I don't have a job like Ryan, okay? I've been facing a murder charge for 5 years, right? That they won't try. No one will hire me. Right? I'm having to get out here and hustle my own money. He comes from a well-off family who support him, and he gets to be a teacher while enjoying the benefits of having a family that has the means and support to help him. You know? He's a teacher who has a motorcycle, a car, a regular house, right? He's a music teacher. It's just because of who his family is. There's no comparison. It is what it is. So my thing is, man, is that I'm glad this Johnny Depp shit is happening because it brings to light the inequality in the court systems, right? For men, it brings forward that men are abuse victims too. Everything she does to me is a form of mental abuse, right? And mental and emotional abuse. And mental emotional abuse is very scarring. A lot of you guys may have noticed sometimes I apologize way too damn much, and I get this a lot. I apologize way too damn much because that's a side effect of being mentally and emotionally abused by your significant other. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what my partner said. If it has nothing to do with your son, hanging a flower thing just because you're there, no. Tell her no. Exactly, LJ. Exactly. Why doesn't he pay for it? If he's so good, why ain't he paying? That's what I got hot this morning. I got hot. I was just done. I was like, I'm done with your bullshit. You want to talk about how you and Ryan communicate so much better, etc. Then why ain't he paying your shit? Because of course he isn't having to deal with all the bullshit. So what's happening is I'm taking on the hard and significant parts that he's not having to deal with any of that. So he's going to have to deal with that. If she wants her house fixed, she's going to get her man to do it. If she wants shit fixed around her house, she's going to get a dude to do it. Unless it deals directly with my son. I'm going to take my son to fucking appointments. I'm going to take my son to the park. I'm going to spend time with him. But I have no requirements to her. Period. And she's like, well, everything you do for me is for him. And I'm trying to come... What she says on the surface level is logical. And so I'm trying to break it apart. And she's one of those people that what she feels has to be true. Oh, I feel you did this. Well, here are the facts behind. Oh, well, you're telling me that what I feel isn't true? Yeah? That's so shitty. You're denying my emotions. I don't know how the fuck to answer that. Like, I'm logical as shit. And I'm logical out of a need, right? Like, I became this way. I became highly logical and functioning logically, not because I don't feel emotion, but because I'm used to having to tuck emotion back. Because when you go over to a war zone and you got to put bodies in the ground, okay, you don't get a chance to be human. You got to stop, put that side of your brain to the side and think logically, right? And you become the habit of that, right? You may feel emotions, and yeah, guilt gets, I've cut her off so many times, and guilt overcomes me, and I just want to help her and be there for her. I just can't because she takes advantage, right? So it is what it is. We'll figure it out. But no, but that I don't want to get too much into mine, but I'm just using mine as an example. That's an example of emotional that, hey, if you don't do what I want, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of crap, you're not a man, you're not good enough. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do whatever I want with other men and then have expectations of you that are normally reserved for a significant other. And if you don't do them because I have your kid or some other factor, then you're a piece of shit, you're horrible, and fuck you, right? Are you able to also cover what's going on in Ukraine tonight as well? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We can talk about that. There's some formations there I got to get covered. She's no longer your responsibility, friend. Release the hold she has on you by starting to say no, and you feel so much like you're starting to learn. No, absolutely. It's just, motherfucker, like, it sucks to sit there and have someone who, she's the mother of my child, I give a damn about it, right? She says she knows what gets to me. Attacking my manhood, saying that I'm not responsible. Because, I had an absent father. I didn't know my father. I didn't know my dad. I have my adoptive father and my foster dad. Those are the two that my adoptive father is the dude I call dad, and my foster dad I call my foster dad. Right? So, what's up? It's your girl. What's good? How you doing? But yeah, like, and then last night I ran into Crazy. But Crazy had some great sopapillas, okay? Just saying. They were good. They weren't that goddamn good. Guys, Discord, make sure you guys, if you're here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Join our Discord to get access to our community. Those inside jokes like I just made will make more sense. You'll also get access to our Minecraft server, our gaming community, along with other news around Ukraine and everything else. So yeah, what Luna said, I feel like she's trying to be more than just baby mama, but emotionally blackmailing you. Yeah, but she said she doesn't want me. But I was like, Nicole, I don't want you. She's like, well, you said you were still madly in love with me. Yes, I'm madly in love with you. But just because I'm madly in love with you doesn't mean I want to be with you, right? Hold up a minute. What's good, man? What's going on? So I don't know what that means. What does that mean? No, I have not gotten the text. Hold on. Is it just you talking about power line, or are you talking about like the drain line? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, let me see. I'll check if I got the text. Sorry, I've been ignoring I've been ignoring the baby mama because she getting on my last goddamn nerve. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the cold fingers. Okay, yeah. I can help you with that. Yeah, that's what I call it. That's what they're called. Like when you have a system in a chemistry set, it's called a cold finger, right? So. Mm-hmm. Yep. And they go and they spin in a circle and going down. Yeah. So, anyways, but I got you, man. So yeah, I don't mind helping you. What time you need me? You want to ride together? You need me to ride there by myself? You okay? Yeah, I know what it is. All right, man. So I guess get to your house like 8:30. Okay, sounds good. Just call me when you're outside. Don't text because as you can see, that shit doesn't come through all the time. But I appreciate you. Yeah, I'll get that done for you. Yeah, man, that's fine. Whatever you feel is comfortable. I mean, if it's the same as I do with like copper spouts for like the outdoor spouts and stuff, I know how to do that. I mean, you put solder on them, right? And then you braze them, and you hook them up to the copper fitting, and then you put the copper fitting onto the PEX connector, and then you clamp the PEX to it. Right? I got you, man. All good. I'll talk to you later. Nope. You're good. I'll help you whatever I can do. If holy shit. All right. I'll holler at you. All right, dudes. Bye. All right. Sorry, guys. You're not muted. We need to vent channel on Discord. Absolutely agree about the venting channel. Put it in a random channel. Make it anonymously venting. Oh, I can't help you with that. I don't think you can make anonymous channels in Discord. Right? All right. So anyways, guys, sorry. That was a business call. Somebody want me to do some work for them and some stuff I used to do. So construction bullshit. That's right. Hustling by any means. I'm a software engineer. But you know what? I'll take $12 an hour for 5 hours to go and do something. So yeah, I get you. I appreciate y'all. But so anyways, back to what we were saying. But men's rights, there's somehow gotten attached this derogatory term to men's rights, and I don't get how that is so, right? Like, why is men's rights considered a derogatory thing? It ain't looking good and bad. All right. So yeah, so guys, it matters. Not that it matters, but my second ex was verbally abusive because I came disabled. And that's 22 years of marriage. The hardest thing I had to do was stop loving her, but I did. Absolutely, I'm so sorry, dude. You've had a rough ass life, especially here lately, and I just want you to know I fucking appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, guys, men often get overlooked, and you know what? We feel ashamed because like I'm supposed to be like this big strong soldier. Like ain't nothing get to me. I'm fucking stoic. I'm the Rock, right? My friends know me as a fucking rock. I don't have problems like that. My son spit up on my shirt a little bit. I just noticed. Um, you know, but we're allowed to be human too. And men's rights to me is teaching men that it is okay it's okay that you've been a victim of someone else, right? Because of their ability to emotionally manipulate you to just take all their shit because you feel that you're supposed to, right? That you just take all their shit because you feel that you're supposed to. I'm getting tired of men, so I'm gonna go gay. Yo, we're having a serious conversation right now. Like, not cool. Like, now is not the time to be joking about being tired of men. Like, we're having a serious conversation. Exactly. I get it. But like at the end of the day, what the hell going on? Something happened here. There we go. Fixed. All right. But that's what I'm getting to, man. Being able to allow men to accept that they can have feelings, that they can have emotions, that they can do all these things that are important to them. You know, it is what it is. And I'm sorry that you went through that, Jim, man. And I feel you. But teaching men that it's okay, that you don't need to feel lesser, or like you are like you're lesser of a man because you let a woman or a significant other get to you and you took it, because that's what you're supposed to take that beating and just truck on like you're just fine, even if you're not fine. And it's wrong. And we need to stop expecting that of men. And we need to teach women. We need to enforce rules so that women know that you can't do this to men. It's wrong. And when you do it, there's going to be consequences. And right now, there's just no consequences. Yeah. Like sometimes I'll explain shit because I'm like, yo, I didn't know that someone knew something. Like that doesn't mean I'm trying to be degrading it. Like, yo, I just like, yo, do you understand why Memorial Day exists? You can say, yeah, I do, and that wouldn't be a problem. I say some shit like that. She goes on, of course, yo, do you think I am like 6? La 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 la. I'm like, yo, you're acting real childish right now. So you're saying I'm a child? And I was like, Nicole, all I did was I asked, did you know what Memorial Day was about? Because I've had people I've asked who had no idea what the fuck Memorial Day was about. She just goes off, man. I was like, yo, if you treated your man this way, you think he'd be sticking around? Well, I don't have to be defensive around you. Don't have to be defensive around me either. I ain't got shit for you. I ain't worried about you. Yo, man, here's the number one thing I can tell you. Just say fuck you. Don't feel bad for saying fuck you. I have an emotional attachment because of my son, but normally I just be like, yo, fuck you, right? It is okay. It is acceptable to emotionally detach from a woman and not to feel guilty about that shit. Well, I did this for you. I did that for you. Oh, well, you're just going to leave me high and dry. Yep. You are responsible for holding your own. You want to be Miss Strong, independent woman. You don't need no man. You go be that. And ain't nothing wrong with it being that, ladies. Just make it. There are some women who talk that shit, but ain't about that shit. I want you to pay all my bills, but I'm strong and independent. You don't get it both ways. You want to build an empire with me, or you want to sit in the throne and sit beside me while I build the empire? Either one's fine. We just need to be clear on the role. Right? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So, yeah. Sometimes you just got to walk away, man. Don't be afraid to walk away. It don't make you less. You don't have to feel shitty. Don't feel that abandonment syndrome. Sometimes if shit ain't working for you, just walk the fuck away. Because all of her friends, I'm telling you, when they talking about you and she talking to they even if she wrong as fuck, her friends are gonna be like, girl, you need to leave him. You can find better. You can do better. She could be 280 pounds with a fucking dime piece, and they're telling her she can do better. And he treats her like a princess, right? Because that's just how it works. Your friends support you. I'm not even going to dog. It's a male thing too, right? No. So she was pretty fucking crazy the first time we dated. And then we walked away from each other. And she did have high expectations of me. But then we met each other again later on. About a year later, she had a car, house, doing her own thing, paying her own bills, working a job, on her meds. Everything had changed. Right? And everything had changed. And I was like, okay, I can deal with this. I had landed a 6-figure job for a little under a year is how long that lasted, partially because of her, because I just couldn't get shit done. But she said, hey, even if you don't want to be with me, I really would. I think I'm ready to have a kid. I'm responsible. I have everything under control. As you can see, everything's better. I'm doing a lot better. And I could tell she wanted me to be proud of her. And I was like, yo, okay. And I want to have a son before I'm fucking super old, right? And this charge don't help with dating. And I had known her, and I thought we would make a cute kid. And I spent like 2-3 weeks making sure everything was on point, and then another month chilling, figuring shit out. And I was like, okay, there's no, what are the chances she's been faking for fucking 2 months? And yeah, she's been handling her own bills. She had receipts. She was on point. She was doing her thing. So here's the thing. I like an independent woman I don't have to provide for, right? I want to build an empire with somebody, not have somebody sit beside me while I build it. Now I can do that, but there's a different set of standards that come with that. If you're going to be sitting around my house, it needs to be clean. If you're going to be sitting at my house all day and you're living off my dime and I'm giving you money, my house needs clean. When I come home, most of the time, not all the time, but have some dinner on, or at least know what the fuck we're going to make, right? Go to the gym, take care of yourself. You ain't got nothing else to do all day. take care of yourself. That's it. Take care of yourself and take care of my house. If you're gonna be at my house, I'm cool with that. If that's what we were about off the gate, right? Totally cool with that. Ain't no shame in that either, women. Don't let no other woman make you feel bad because you want to be a house mom or you want to be a housewife, right? As long as your man's cool with you being a housewife and that's what y'all agree to, fuck anybody else. There's a lot of women out here who guilt other women because they want to be housewives and aren't career driven. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Fuck them. But no, she wasn't always like this. Then she got off her meds and was going ham and did a lot of damage to our relationship. And I won't lie, I did something back. And most of mine was responsive though. And anybody who's outside looking in, even people who aren't involved, are like, "Yo, man, that isn't your fault. Don't let it make you feel like it's your fault." I hold fault and responsibility in the things that I did in reaction. And some of them I launched first because I learned to get ahead of things, right? But none of the shit that was necessary. But what tipped it over the scale, what caused the ultimate downfall and spiral, is she tried to kill herself, and that's what caused my son to be born early. So she was pregnant with my son at the time, and she decided that she was coming off of her pills and stuff. She didn't want to take them anymore. And she came off of her meds and just fucking went crazy. And then about 4 months after she came off her pills entirely and stopped taking it, she just took a whole bunch of I forget what it was. It was Zoloft. I think she just took a whole shitload of Zoloft. I think it was Zoloft. I don't remember. Just took a whole shitload of them and had to go have her stomach pump and stuff and all that. And then she had my son 2 months early because of it. She went into labor that night. So, anyways. And so I went and she was being irrational. So I got full custody, emergency full custody. And when I did that, she went off the deep end and started making up all these accusations about domestic violence and all this that never existed before. She'd never said any of this shit before. None of it. Went and got a 50B to override the emergency custody order, which shouldn't have happened because I had a Chapter C action, and that trumped any poor man's custody. She doesn't get to override a district court judge with a not district court judge. And I had an emergency order because she tried to kill it, but she knew that the law favored her because I couldn't take the stand. But I did everything I could, so it is what it is. But again, I don't want this to be about me. This is about men's rights. We need to teach men that it's okay to walk away, that it's okay to say no, that they shouldn't, that not be victims of this emotional guilt. We teach men to try to be caring and provide and protective, right? And some of that we don't teach them, but hey, there's a difference between providing and being caring and being used and ran over, right? And I want you to respect women and I want you to do for your woman, but don't feel that after a relationship you need to keep doing, because that's where she gets me, right? You have a responsibility to her in the moment, not forever. Now, if y'all getting along and everything, then that's fine. But if someone's just constantly doing you wrong and you keep trying to do things for them, that's not in my realm of responsibility. My situation is a little unique, right? Because she's clearly manipulating me to get me to do things that I don't think I should be. And what she says is logical, and she knows it's hard for me to argue against those emotional statements, those emotionally logical statements. Like, I shouldn't have to pay you to watch your kid. But I see a difference between if I was watching my kid just to be around my kid versus I'm watching my kid so you can go to work. And I'm taking off of work so you can do that because I have the ability to do that because of the freedom of being a contractor, right? But if I'm doing that, then you need to show some financial forgiveness, right? I think that's logical. But in her mind, it's just, no, I shouldn't have to pay you to watch your kid. Okay, well, why don't you have to pay me to take you to work and back? Well, just take it out of child support. No. That's not how that works. I don't have the money to do that, right? Like, that doesn't make a lot. I can't make gas magically appear in my gas tank out of child support money I don't have. At the moment. I can get it, right? But my payments come in a cycle, right? And sometimes my payments don't come in. I have had clients that have not paid me for almost 6 months. But yeah. Now, that's one thing I've never had to deal with until now. I've never had any person, here, I'll put it this way. Besides my peers that work beside me, I have never met anyone that makes as much money as I do. Okay? Sorry, Jim. Damn, man. Yeah, like when you're making, like I'm a six-figure dude, right? Like I make anywhere between 180 to $220,000 a year when I'm actually able to work, right? Like I make six figures. She's seen me do it, so like she knows it's there. She thought it was a lie until I did it and I made it happen. But yeah, no. Yo, you can. Hey guys, remember, join our Discord. We're always here. We're a very supportive community. We love all you. Make sure you hit that like, guys. I appreciate every last one of you guys coming through. All right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the Ukraine, baby, Ukraine. Moscow's concentration on seizing Severodonetsk and Donbass generally continues to create vulnerabilities for Russia in Ukraine's vital Kherson Oblast, where Ukrainian counteroffensives continues. We're going to talk about this. We were talking about the horseshoe down there that they had failed to form. We're going to talk about how that looks. Kherson is a critical terrain because it's the only area of Ukraine in which Russia forces hold ground on the west bank of the Dnipro River, right? If Russia is able to retain a strong lodgment in Kherson when the fighting stops, it will be in a very strong position from which to launch a future invasion. Okay? Kherson is very important in reaching Kyiv. Not only that, but Kherson is very important for Ukraine to be able to launch an attack on Crimea. It is critical. All right. Continuing successful Ukrainian counteroffensives in Kherson indicate that Ukraine's commanders recognize these realities and are taking advantage of the vulnerabilities that Putin's decisions have created. All right. So the problem in Donetsk is that Russia has moved pretty much every artillery piece they have, except for the exceptionally critical ones around key cities, and every piece of armor that they could possibly muster into Donetsk. Even with the new howitzers we provided them, they get to shoot once and then they have to move quickly again and constantly stay on the move. Russia has more artillery than them. They have far more artillery, far more tanks, far more equipment. It's the problem. The Ukrainian leadership has apparently wisely avoided matching Putin's mistaken prioritization. Kyiv could have committed more reserves and resources to the defense of Severodonetsk. Yeah, no point. There's no point in doing that. Its failure to do so has drawn criticisms. Ukrainian forces are now apparently withdrawing from rather than fighting to the end, a factor that has allowed the Russians to move into the city rather rapidly after beginning their full-scale assault. Both the decision to avoid committing more resources to saving Severodonetsk and the decision to withdraw from it were strategically sound, however painful. Ukraine must husband its more limited resources and focus on regaining critical terrain rather than on defending ground whose control will not determine the outcome of the war or the conditions of the renewal of war. That's 100% correct. So sometimes there are cities and towns that you are going to have to cede if you are the smaller force, okay? If you are the more resource limited force. You cannot hold every city while you focus. You focus on main battlefronts, you keep them busy in other areas, but you make sure that your defensive positions give you the ability to use about 1/5 the size of a force to hold off a force that's up to 5 times larger than you. You will continuously lose and get pushed back, but it creates enough where they have to commit 5 times resources, right? And if you do that enough positions, you can move your main force to take the area you want while you distract them in another area that's difficult for them to transfer between the two, right? Their power. And not be able to fluctuate force levels between the two very easily. Ukraine is correct. It sucks. It hurts, and your people are going to suffer that are in that area that get seized. It just is what it is. But it is absolutely strategically sound, and it is the right choice. So, sound Ukrainian prioritization of counteroffensive and defensive operations pushed the Russians almost out of artillery range of Kharkiv city. So yes, they have almost pushed the Russians out of artillery range of Kharkiv. and have stopped Russian advances from Izium. Also, they're in range of Izium and are able to hit it, both of which are more important accomplishments than the defense of Severodonetsk. So, what is that? It says Ukraine's leadership has had to make incredibly difficult choices in this war and has generally made the right ones, at least at the level of strategic prioritization and in pace, scale, and ambitiousness of its counteroffensive. That's why Ukraine still has a good chance to stop and then reverse gains in Russia, the gains Russia is currently making. Russian forces are likely attempting to exploit Belarusian equipment reserves to compensate for heavy material losses in Ukraine. They have lost a shitload of material and a shitload of actual military assets. Some pro-Russian mini-bloggers began to capture the frustrating realities of limited warfare, which may further intensify societal tensions in Russia. So we were talking about this last time we talked about the whole Russia situation. Inside of Russia, Putin is losing on both sides. Okay, he's starting to get surrounded. The pro-war people, the pro-military offensive people want bigger, more full action, and the anti-war people are tired of it slogging on, and you've lost at least 25,000 soldiers, and another 20 to 30,000 wounded. So, yeah, he's starting to lose. He doesn't have much political capital to expend. He either goes to go one direction or the other, or he's going to sit and he's going to middle defense too long, and he's not going to have anyone, right? Some pro-Russian, Kurev is accurately capturing a phenomenon that is normal in a limited war that nevertheless generates high casualties. Resentment by those fighting such a war and their families against those who are untouched by horrors of combat can grow even more in an all-volunteer professional military, as Western countries experienced during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. It is likely to be even more pronounced in Russia. Yep. Russian citizens continue to conduct a series of attacks on military recruitment centers in late May, likely in protest of covert mobilization. Yep, also a thing. All right, so let's look at this. This is where it gets interesting. So, you guys will see that the ground map has changed. Kharkiv is almost entirely protected. They need to cover this last little bit down here. Let's bring this over. Why is my... hold on, guys. Let me fix this. I don't know why this... All right, let's transition on over. All right, so you guys will see that the map has changed a little bit. You'll see that now Kharkiv is pretty much where they were where before Ukraine was right here. They've almost doubled their takings. This area around here continues to be surrounded. They need to take this last little bit here, and Kharkiv will be fully protected. They need to push into this area right here. This is the line they need to get Kharkiv out of sight of artillery range. Once they do that, it'll be game over. What it's more strategic, instead of sitting here and fighting in this cauldron, allow them to take the cauldron and push your line downward and create a stable front, to where the front, if they do it and they push down towards Luhansk, the front will consolidate across here. And you can see, if you look at their movements, this is what I was talking about before, they're trying to create a singular consolidated front, okay? Instead of having fronts up here and here and here and over down here, what they want to do is they want to bring all their forces out here, reinforce around the Kharkiv region, wipe these forces out, and then extend downward and just create a wall and push. That's all they're going to want to do. They're going to want to just create a wall and push. I'm hoping you guys can see my mouse. They're going to want to create a wall and push just right here. Push down to Luhansk, and then create just a singular line across this southern axis, right? And when they do that, they just need to stabilize the southern axis, and they need to push from the west. You'll see that they have now started to create their horseshoes that we talked about before. If you look here, here's one horseshoe, here's another horseshoe, and here's the beginning formation of another horseshoe. These are collapsing pockets, right? You can either create a pocket bring it in and collapse up on the forces that are there and then push down, right? Which is what they've been doing. Or what you can do is you can come in, create the pincer movement, right, from the side, from the flanks, and coming down towards, and then you just come in, and then your bubble just becomes a wall, right? It all depends on how it moves. But you can see here that the definition of combat, right? So we talked about controlling the shape of the shape of your tactical and strategical movements, right? And determining the tempo. Right now, Ukraine is determining the tempo still, in this area, down here in the west and up in the north. Okay, the northeast, and down here in the south. Excuse me. Pushing from the west, they're clearly defining the structure of the combat, the pace and the shape of combat. All right. And it's because this right here, this is still trying to get some structure here. That's why a lot of the conflicts happening. But this is a solidified military structure. This is a solidified front structure. This right here, if they complete it, it's another solidified front. This is great for Ukraine. They can continue to push on this all day. Russia is extending itself. It has to stay extended in order to support a war this far out of its borders. And it's going to continue to just get beaten in the face. So there was a huge explosion in Slavyansk last night, and Kharkiv was shelled a lot. It was a bad night on cams. Yeah, I hear that. Sometimes things look worse than they are, but given the possibilities, I think that that things are going pretty well for them. There's nowhere else to really talk about here. We've talked about how you create an arrowhead. That arrowhead you can see has collapsed. You can see it, but they've withdrawn. That's why that arrowhead, you'll see that the definition of the arrowhead is lost here. And they're starting to close the cauldron here. These forces need to pull out entirely. That's the right decision. Let them. This area in here is not strategically important. They've been using it in order to say, hey, you can't rededicate troops to other areas. Now's the time for them to pull it out, because if they close this, all these forces in here are fucked, just like they were in. So yeah, that is the update on Ukraine. So that's where we are. There's not much else to talk about. Lots of bombing, making areas uninhabitable, all the usual stuff from a Russian perspective. So any questions? Oh, and Russia still hasn't been able to regroup effectively and fully. So that's a thing. All right. Let's go and let's do our normal check of the news. Let's go to the New York Post. See what they're talking about. Parents, grandmother of a shooter all have criminal records. Why does that matter? GOP legal experts slam Michael Sussman acquittal by nightmare jury. What? Humiliated LeVar Burton drops Jeopardy post bombshell. The fix was in. Bald schools police chief took active shooter training just months before massacre. Look what he did to me. Uvalde shooter's grandma ran into the street screaming after being shot. Oh, he shot his grandmother first. Holy shit. Didn't know that. Let's see. Jill and Joe Biden reveal texting, but may not know terms in route. Okay. That is. Joe Rogan, Fox News, and the right had my back against the far left attacks. Gaff prone, blowhard Biden is no Churchill. Oh, Jesus. Fighting words. Russian colonel calls Putin motherfucker in apparent leaked audio report. Oh, what? Yo, is he still alive? Union sues NYC to stop unvaxxed NYPD detectives from fired. Oh, I want to read this. Director's cut. John Cryer was almost Chandler. Plus, secrets of friends, cheers, and more. Oh, cool. Nope, don't care. African reporter who heckled Saki says payments firm acts site subscription name. Johnny Depp invites Kate Moss to concert in London while jury deliberates. Whoa, okay, shit. DOJ asked federal appeals court to reverse order lifting airplane mask ban. Oh, did you guys see the new gun restriction they're proposing in Canada? That's some shit. I'll tell you guys what. We're gonna cover this and more when we come back. We'll be right back. I gotta go grab some drink because my mouth is dry as shit. And we will be right back. It's gonna say 10 minutes, but it's gonna actually I'll just adjust it. We're gonna go. I'll be right back. We're gonna adjust our timer so it's actually accurate because we're not going away that long, guys. We're just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wait. Not gonna be. All right, there we go. All right, we are back. I am sorry, guys. So I just realized that I left my vape on top of my car. Good job. In frustration earlier. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's see. Let's get in our first thing. So Michael Sussman acquittal by nightmare jury slammed by Republicans and lawyers. Republican lawmakers decried Tuesday's acquittal of former Hillary Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman by a federal jury Tuesday, with one GOP senator calling it proof there are separate systems of justice in America. Sussman was found not guilty on a single count of lying to the FBI when he passed the Bureau now discredited information in 2016 linking then candidate Donald Trump and Russia. The jury in the 2-week trial was drawn from heavily Democratic Washington, D.C., and the judge in the case was appointed by the federal bench by Barack Obama. I'm shocked the D.C. Clinton donor jury let Clinton's lawyer off. Just kidding. Absolutely no one is shocked. Tweeted formal, Hunter Biden off next, then Pelosi, Paul Pelosi, etc., etc. We all know how this goes by now, blah, blah, blah. All right, so basically they're echoing saying that, and that is true. D.C. is almost a majority Democratic area, so the jury pool selection was probably not that great. I'm not sure I don't think I would impugn the judge's character, though. Further proof the separate system of justice in America, one for liberal Democrats and their elite backers, and one for everyone else. When the critics saying he lied to the FBI about working for the Clinton campaign when he brought forward false allegations against President Trump. It's very clear that he lied about being associated with the campaign and paid by the campaign. I'm not sure how he got off of this one. It's actually, so they're right. Legal experts say that it doesn't make sense, but given the jury's composition, they weren't surprised. So Legal experts said they weren't surprised. Yeah, exactly. Every lawyer I've talked to said they weren't surprised. Legal experts said they weren't surprised by the verdict and that Durham was behind the 8 ball from the start due to pretrial rulings by Christopher Cooper as well as potential jury bias. The Durham prosecutors were facing extremely adverse conditions in this trial, George Washington University Law School professor Jonathan Tully told the Post. George Washington University, by the way, guys, is a liberal bastion. So if this guy's saying it, you know it must be true. Judge Cooper imposed strict limits on the scope of the evidence and possible examinations that prevented the prosecution from showing the origins of this information and the broader role of the Clinton campaign. This judge, they should appeal. If they appeal this, which they should, this judge is going to have to explain why he imposed the limits around info about Hillary Clinton joint venture and Sussman trial. That ruling doesn't seem to have a lot of foundation. It actually goes against precedent. So, also this part right here, Hillary Clinton directly okayed sharing the Trump Russian data. He was clearly working for her. It's clear that he was working for her. And why this wasn't allowed in, it wasn't a privileged communication because it is in violation of the law and they're using it to show that it was in violation of the law and there's nothing here discussed that should have privilege protection. We'll see. This one has a 50-50 argument. The other one is just weak sauce and they should definitely kill it. The jury composition was also challenging, Turley added. In a city that voted over 90% for Clinton, this was a nightmare jury pool, right? So the person whose lawyer you're trying, they voted 90% of the population of the area that you're going to be trying them in, voted for Clinton. The person whose lawyer you're trying to prosecute. This is why it shouldn't have been held there. There were plenty of reasons for venue change to Maryland or Virginia. He could have easily moved it to the closest federal court. It would have still been reasonable in the interest and pursuit of justice, given the fact of the jury pool and that it's highly politicized and political to get an unbiased jury pool. So, in one instance during jury selection, Cooper overruled prosecutors' objection to seating a man who had donated to Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign, noting the prospective juror had expressed a high degree of confidence that he could be impartial. You're a political donor to the party, to the person, to the campaign that this person was representing. Okay, not just to the person, to the campaign of you donated to the campaign that this person was on that they're being charged for. However, so despite Sussman's acquittal, Tully claimed the evidence against the attorney was remarkably strong. However, the prosecution faced a virtual obstacle course of adverse rulings and other challenges, he reiterated. Former federal prosecutor James Trusty also noted concerns about the jury, pointing out that 3 panelists had voted for Clinton in the past and contributed to her campaign. Guys, this okay, now I see why they're impugning the judge. This makes sense. They clearly are not able to. There's such thing as subconscious bias. When you are naturally sided with someone, right? Your willingness to believe testimony that is counter to your personal these are deeply held political beliefs. These are core and central to people's moral sanity. They think it's immoral to have voted or be a part of anything and Trump, and that anything against Trump is good, right? There's a huge belief system there. Overcoming that is not easy just because you say you can. And jurors lie. They do. Jurors lie. And they don't mean to. It's just the nature of human beings. The fact that the judge allowed donors, not people who voted, can't control who someone voted, but political donors to the specific campaign that this man is charged of being a part of, his actions in the campaign that they donated to is what's at stake here. That is a clear conflict of interest, because if they vote against this man, it means that they gave money to a corrupt campaign. I mean, it just is the nature of what it is. All right. The jury selection had been worrisome from the first day for Durham's team, he told the Post, adding he was only a little surprised by the verdict. If the government gets stuck with really bad partisan jurors, you take your acquittal in stride and you have no legal recourse. Trustee went on, adding that it is generally easier to make mistakes in jury selection that benefit the defense. Despite the uproar, not all legal experts are convinced the government had a slam dunk case on its hands. Every lawyer that I've dealt with thinks it was a slam dunk case. Every lawyer that I know. So, in this jurisdiction with this judge, Durham's team should have been making it hard for the jury to quit, but they can't. But they didn't. Anyways, all right. So that's the deal. Sussman got off somehow. Not sure how that worked. Russian colonels slammed Vladimir Putin in apparent leaked audio. A pair of high-ranking Russian military officials were reportedly caught in a leaked audio conversation calling Vladimir Putin a motherfucker and lamenting the deaths of tens of thousands of Kremlin troops. Holy shit. I wonder if they're still alive. Hey, you guys want to do... Hold on, we're going to do a poll real quick. We're going to do a poll. We are going to do a poll. All right, so we got it. And do Schrodinger's cat. Okay, I got a minus. Go. Oh, I gotta get rid of one of them. Oh man, dang, no. Whoa, we're down to 3 viewers. What the hell? We were at 15 and we went down to 3. This has to be a mistake. We'll find out. All right, ask my community. There we go. That's 13 for you. It's going back up. It's fine. All right, guys. So we're getting mad views, but our view duration is absolute shit. Make sure you guys take part in the poll. Hit that vote button. Do the damn thing. Yeah, it's lying. It's definitely lying. And now it's 8 and 4 and 2. And yo, it just crashed. I don't know what happened. That's insane. All right. Let me go and grab it. All right, guys. We're going to go and we're going to test the... Oh, shit. Did my computer freeze? There we go. All right. One second, guys. I'm checking out. All right. Go. Boom. Here to announcements. This. Bang. Boom. Send now. All right, we'll see what goes on. We're gonna see if we can get some more people to vote. All right, guys. I think that they drank the magical tea. I don't think flawed, but we'll see what they say. So, an apparent bug phone call, which was allegedly obtained by Ukrainian intelligence, Colonel Maxim Vlasov and Colonel Vitaly blasted the retreat of Russian forces last month from Ukraine's capital city, Kyiv. A fucking rocket should fly into the parliament. He meant Ukraine's parliament in Kyiv. That's it. Fuck it. Why didn't a rocket fucking fly? I don't fucking get it. You're fucked, Putin, motherfucker. Kota said in Russian, according to reports. Why didn't a rocket fly into Kyiv? Something hasn't been done the right way. Yeah, this is what I expected. You see these guys. These guys are in the Russian military, high-ranking officers, wondering why a missile didn't. And you guys, that was my prediction that I got wrong. If everybody remembers, I could have swore that they were going to hit them with a tactical nuke. Could have swore they were going to hit them with a tactical nuke, and I did not understand why they didn't. And not even their own Russian colonels understand why they didn't. It's just insane to me. Oh, man. It's insane. The alleged call, which was published by Radio Free Europe's Ukrainian service, reportedly occurred on around April 14th. The Post has not been able to independently verify the report's veracity or the call's authenticity. Of course not. It is alleged the expletive-laden call. The two also tore into Russian Defense Minister Shoigu, who Vlasov said was an incompetent fucking layman. Yo, he has no military experience yet. He's running the military. Of course he's a fucking layman. Estimates say the Soviets lost more than 125,000 in the war with Finland. He said so. There are horrible losses of our guys. Fuck, you know, I'm familiar with military history a bit, and I compare this to the Soviet-Finnish War of 1939 to 1940. It's fucking one and the same. By the end of this, it could easily be the same. Yes. Option 4: colonels now live in Siberia. You know what? I wonder if I can add that. Hold on. Oh, I can't. All right, we got 5 votes. Let's get it, guys. Let's vote. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'll take part in it. We got to figure it out. I should have offered an option for it. Both colonels now live in fucking Siberia. I didn't think about it. Thanks, Jay Builds. I'll remember that in the future. The duo also criticized the Kremlin for putting together a whole stellar cast of bootlickers to lead the war effort, and appeared to criticize Moscow's line that the war is an effort to liberate Ukraine from neo-Nazis. That asshole Dmakrov is a legend of fuckery. Oh, I'm not the only one who uses that term. People who said they'd never heard the word fuckery. He's the one who brought up this anti-Banderov push. He said, referring to a Russian general known as the Butcher of Syria, who was tapped last month to lead the invasion. The report also claims they criticized the low pay of the troops, who are receiving 30,000 rubles a month, or about $480. So to put that into perspective, Ukrainian forces receive about 1,600 to 2,000 on average. Colonel Vlastov allegedly blamed Russians' failures on incompetence of the Russian Defense Minister Shoigu. Yeah, it's possible. There are no contracted forces. Of course not. Why would there fucking be? They paid them 30,000 rubles. Where are they going to get contractees? Yeah, exactly. No one's going to get a contract for that much. That's just going to be forced conscription or nothing. So, the leaked audio comes after reports have revealed low morale among Russian troops. Yeah, no shit. The general had threatened to open fire at those who refused to follow orders to head to the front line. All right, so yeah, there you got some problems. Another one of his comrades took out a grenade and replied, "Come on, shoot me, we'll blow up together." Another report claimed demoralized troops have taken their own lives on the front line. Yeah, that shit happens. They don't want people who get tired or don't want to go and fight, or just tired of killing people. They'll kill themselves. I've seen someone blow out their brains in a porta potty. It's a hell of a shitty way to go. I don't mean it. That's horrible. I didn't mean any pun there, but a soldier blew their brains out while we were in gate, in a porta potty, because they were just tired of being on gate guard and they didn't want to do it anymore. They were just tired of being there. It was insanity, man. And, you know, America takes much better care of their troops than Russia. I'm not saying they do a great job, but definitely do a better job than Russia. All right. Union sues NYC to stop unvaxxed NYPD detectives from being fired. Guys, if you have had the virus naturally, that should count, right? Also, no one should be able to dictate what you put into your body. That's a hot take. I don't really care. Freedom of self-determination and to not be held under a medical apartheid, right, is a thing. The ability to say no, I don't want that vaccine, and as long as you're not hurting anyone else, you should not be able to be retaliated against for making medical decisions. That's like saying, hey, I'm not gonna take these insulin shots to prevent diabetes, and you get fired for it, right? That's a personal medical decision. You can't separate one or the other. And right now, the deaths for COVID are far lower than anything ever. We're pretty much fully reopened. I just don't get how they can justify this. Like, COVID isn't out here like wiping out the NYPD, right? It's not that. I got to be careful what I say here because of the YouTube TOS. I think that it's overblown to go this far with it. Mask up, do whatever you want to do, but stop trying to impose your will on other people. You can take preventative steps if you wish to, but forcing that on someone else is wrong. It is not an epidemic. The epidemic has been declared over by Fauci and by the CDC. Those are my sources. So, say what you will, we need to move the fuck on. All right, so something I didn't know. Johnny Depp invites Kate Moss to concert in London while the jury deliberates. Okay, I gotta check this out. Hold on. I'm gonna get copyright claimed for this shit, aren't I? I'm gonna have to. I got copyright claimed on. I gotta show you guys this. I'm gonna show it to you guys here in a moment. But I got copyright claimed. Is there a sound button? Where's the sound on this bitch? I don't want to view it on Instagram. Is there no audio? I don't know. Johnny Depp performed in front of a sold-out crowd alongside Jeff Beck in the Royal Albert Hall in London for a third night in a row as he awaits the verdict in his defamation trial against his ex-wife Amber Heard. Depp, 58, invited his ex-girlfriend Kate Moss to the concert on Tuesday evening, according to a source close to Hollywood star. Moss was called as a rebuttal witness in Depp's defamation trial. Depp joined rocker Beck on stage for the second night at Royal. I didn't even know Beck was still performing. He hasn't had like a hit in like 90 billion years. So, all right. Footage of Depp singing and playing the guitar showed audience members cheering, "We love you, Johnny," and giving the Hollywood star a standing ovation. Depp and Beck were seen waving together and embracing on stage. The actor wore a bandana to pin back his long blonde hair. The duo performed a rendition of their 2020 collaboration "Isolation," a cover of a song John Lennon released in 1970. Blah, 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 blah. No one cares. All right, so apparently he's doing it over. Yeah, it's nice of him to invite her to a concert. That would be cool to see, like, them finally, now that they're mature adults and not in that tumultuous area of, like, being young stars in the early 90s, which was just a dangerous time to be a young star, period. See if that could be a thing. I could see a Kate Moss. I could see a Moss Depp reunion. I'd be happy with that. He deserves someone to not treat him like shit. Is she still single, though? I think it'll recover. I don't think it'll go back to where it was, Tarkin. I think he's still going to face backlash. Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go to the Daily Mail. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to go over to the UK. Get some stuff from across the pond. All right. Top paid LA lifeguards earned up to $500,000 in taxpayer money last year through clever use of overtime and benefits. Holy shit. One dude, $510,000. Edward Nick Mako, $134,000 for being a lifeguard for the summer. That's insane. She's married? Aw. Well, damn. Too bad. Elon Musk mocks Twitter and other tech giants for paying lip service to LGBT rights by changing their logos to rainbows during Pride Month. Check that out. All right, Republicans introduced bill to make it a crime to release Supreme Court documents that aren't public. Everyone should support this. This shouldn't be a Republican or Democrat thing, guys. You should not be leaking non-public court documents. That's fucking common sense. Why this wasn't a crime already, I don't know. Maybe because we didn't need one before this. I'm unsure. Here we go. And then public boy 16 is freed on $2 million. How did his family afford $2 million bond? Okay, guys, so $2 million bond, you got to put up 15%. Okay, that means for him to get out, he had to put up 200. You have to pay 10%, not you, and you have to back it usually. So that means they had to pay $250,000 cash. $250,000 cash. Wait, it's more than that. 10% is 200,000. 15%. Oh man, they had to put up 300,000 in cash. How the fuck did they do that? That's like your cost. Like you don't get that back. I don't know. He must have some rich ass parents. We'll find out here in a minute. Catherine Jean Pierce claims she did not hear the part of the speech when Biden falsely claimed that he was appointed to the Naval Academy in 1965. What? Did he say that, guys? Did that actually happen? All right. Well, ain't that a beast? Oh man, look at him doing his thing. That got old as shit. My God. All right, moving forward. Elon Musk mocks Twitter and other tech giants for paying lip service. Musk on Tuesday posted a meme mocking Twitter. Blah blah blah. It referenced. You know, let's go over to Twitter. Let's see what Musky Boy posted. Let's see what Musky Boy posted. Ukraine is trending right now. Okay, well we'll check that out in a second. I'm gonna type Elon Musk. Boom. All right, what did he say? Okay, well there's that. June is almost here. Here comes. Oh. Yo. Here's the thing. If I don't understand how the LGBT community can believe this shit. They're clearly just trying to sell you products. They don't give a fuck about your movement. They don't. They could give two shits less. You know? So, but some question whether companies are merely virtue signaling. They are, just so they can get more sales. I mean, they're doing what they need to do. Biden needs to be in a home, not the White House. You know what? I know a lot of Democrats who agree and just won't openly say it. I know one who's a really strong left-leaning Democrat who privately in our conversations was like, I don't know, fuck, dude, it's hard to even like. I don't even know how to justify. I just try to move on from the conversation whenever it's brought up in public. And I'm like, you know, that's unhealthy, right? That means that you're literally willing to allow an incompetent person to sit inside of the president's office because of your political leanings. Yeah, but you can't give points to. He literally said, yeah, but you can't give points to those bastards. He's talking about Republicans. Like, this is where we are in America. And this is a rather smart and rational person, right? I just don't get it. This is why I can't be with my party. And by the way, guys, I am a Democrat, or I was, right? And so, I don't know. It is what it is. My party changed out from underneath me. All right. Changing logos to rainbows themes in June has become a standard for many firms. Or if you're Skittles, you go nothing. So, Tarkin retracted statement. Yeah, sorry. Wednesday will mark the first day of Pride Month, which is observed every June, and many of the world's largest companies typically change their main social media profiles too. Muskie isn't wrong if it's all virtue signaling just to fleece people out of their hard-earned money. Because these guys really don't care. They're gonna go with whatever the popular trend is at the moment, so that way they're not in conflict with the trend. And they also want to ride the twin trend, so they get noticed in the feeds, right? It's free advertising. I mean, it's common sense. Something you got to do. So, all right. Wednesday will be Pride Month. Blah blah blah. Last year, Fortune magazine noted that many large firms with regional social media accounts did not change their logo for Pride Month in accounts dedicated to the Middle East, where gay rights is often limited. Oh, you mean where they throw you off of a building? Yeah. See if they're supporting you in places where it's not popular to support you. They're doing it to get your money. Middle East, gay thrown off the building. Yeah. Yeah. Everything you know about being gay in Muslim countries. All this good. Yeah. So news. I don't. Why is this part of that? Guys, it's not a lie. It's real. This is Human Rights Watch. They literally, it says lean left. They literally lean left. It's not a right side talking point. That's the problem. They literally, in places where it is unpopular, they will not change their logos over. If they really supported LGBTQ AAIP rights, right? Plus, there's a plus to that. If they really supported those, then holy shit, thank you guys. By the way, guys, thank you so much for joining in. We are definitely hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. Take vote in the polls. Man, we are getting flooded. I appreciate it. Man. So, last year, Fortune magazine noted many large firms with regional media accounts did not change their logo for Pride Month. Such contradictions did not go unnoticed on social media, drawing questions and even mockery from brands that couldn't keep their messaging consistent across markets. Don't be fooled, guys. You are a political marketing tool a lot of times. It's okay, though, and this is great. Thank you guys so much. Hit that subscribe button if you like our content. Hit that like button. It really helps. Thank you for joining us here at the Cardboard Castle. I see that we have a huge surge wherever it's coming from. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. And we have a poll up if you guys want to talk about it. So yeah, there we go. All right. So moving forward, it just seems very odd. Why are you either a Democrat or Republican? Can't you be neither? I am now an independent, and I feel that both parties are toxic, and they're both two wings of the same bird, and that we as Americans need to take a more independent stance between ourselves and think about the policies that we want to support. I tend to lean what they say right now, but I don't agree with that. I think that the window moved, not me. So we shall see. But man. All right. So Elon Musk mocks Twitter, bros. That's how that works. Republicans introduce bills to make it a crime to release Supreme Court. Why is this a partisan thing? I don't get it, right? I don't get it. Everybody should agree that court documents should not be released when they're private until they're meant to be made public. I mean, I think that's common sense, but maybe I'm wrong. At the end of the day, maybe I'm wrong. A dozen House Republicans introduced a bill Tuesday that would make it a crime for any staff member of the Supreme Court to leak a draft of an opinion. Yeah, Democrats should agree with this. It shouldn't matter which side you're on. The things should not be let out into the public sphere, right? That are not public yet. Yeah, they're both two wings of the same bird. I mean, it's just they're really toxic. They're pushing hyperpolarization, and most Americans I know fall in the middle, and we hold. Our server is a perfect example of it, right? We have people who are on the right, in the center, on the left. If you look in our Discord server, we have much more in common than we differ on, right? And especially on key topics, we can talk about our middle grounds. We found them. We know where we sit, and we have so much more in common. But if you look at Twitter or you look at the news, you would think we're entirely divided on two opposite sides of the spectrum. And that's not the case. And especially the views of minorities are greatly exaggerated and misrepresented in common media, and it's really disappointing to me. But back to what we were on. The leak created an uproar among both liberals and conservatives, with conservatives upset that the leak happened. The House is, because all of a sudden you had people outside of, when we talked about this with when we did our Roe v. Wade live stream. When we did our Roe v. Wade live stream, it was, me and Matt on, we were talking about, hey, let's remove the emotions around this. Let's talk about what this really means from a legal perspective, and why it's bad to have people outside demonstrating outside of, judges' houses. Okay, because that's an intimidation effect, and the judges are supposed to rule on the standard of law, and even RBG felt that Ruth Bader Ginsburg felt that this was bad law and it was the wrong vehicle for delivery, right? And that's been maintained. So yeah, dude, I am holy shit. Yeah, I know. Thank you guys so much for joining. Make sure you guys participate in that poll. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you like our content, hit that notification bell also. I appreciate everybody for joining. I don't know where everybody's coming from, but I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for joining. God, I don't know what happened, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you. But we are going through some intense shit. Oh man, we are hitting new highs. We're going to not focus on that though. So this shouldn't be partisan. These opinions, no matter whether they're for the left or for the right, should always be nonpartisan and should be coming through as released opinions. No staffer should be releasing them, whether it was in favor of Roe, against Roe, or any other case, right? The jury needs, the judges need the ability to make these decisions without political pressure or feeling like their families are going to be attacked, period. So, I think that's common sense. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So yeah, everybody that subscribes, you got to wait about 5 minutes, and that's just to stop the bots, because we had problems with Amber Heard bots, Johnny Depp bots coming through and spamming, along with Ukraine bots coming through and spamming. So, yeah. So the GOP conference chair, again, they're trying to make it, but the unauthorized leak of a draft opinion of Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health constitutes a grave breach of judicial ethics and a deliberate attack on the independence of the Supreme Court. This is held by people who are independents on the left and on the right. So a good friend of mine, he's an attorney, his name's Pete, very strong liberal Democrat, and he said that it was purposely meant to create a chilling effect on the court justices. And he agrees that if you look at the law and remove your emotions from it, that it was a bad vehicle. And guys, it's not, you don't outlaw abortion by getting rid of Roe. You guys go check out that link. We'll drop it in the chat. If somebody could go grab the one with Matt on it and drop the link, if one of my mods could do that, drop the link in the chat. Go check that out. We remove the emotions from what's going on with Roe v. Wade, and we really break it down about what it means, how it's important, what is stare decisis, and we go through the legal definitions of these things. We go through the law. We talk about the basis and the foundations of the opinion, why it's bad to release opinions beforehand, and how this isn't really going to have an effect on abortion. So yeah, guys, we're up to 134. It's insane. I appreciate you guys so much. I don't make weird names. I appreciate. What's up, man? Guys, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Participate in the poll. Let us know if you guys think that those two Russian colonels who spoke out in that phone call against Vladimir Putin are still alive. I don't think they are. Or they might be locked up in Siberia. That also was a possibility, but, it's not on there. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody who's coming through. If you could drop a like and a subscription, I'd appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh man, we're at almost 1,000 views, guys. This is great. The institution of the court has been damaged, and we must do what we can to try to repair it, the congressman added. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so that's the one where we did Roe v. Wade, the link that just got dropped by Peach. So, man. What not shady laugh? Oh my. So the institutions of the court have been damaged. We try to do what we can to repair it. Yeah. Jesus. So there we go, man. We'll see what happens here. I don't like that it's partisan. We'll move on. Yo, this 16-year-old stabbed to death a lacrosse player, and he got let out on $2 million bond. How did his family afford that, bro? Charges stem from a fight on May 14th at a house party at Shelton Laurel Lynn Drive in Connecticut that left McGrath dead and 3 others injured. McGrath was a lacrosse star at Fairfield Preparatory. Val's next court date is set for July 15th. Yo, there were tons of witnesses that watched this kid stab the shit out of this other kid, okay? Not in self-defense. He started to lose, and then stabbed the shit out of this kid, if I remember the details correctly. Val's lawyer filed a motion to reduce his bond last Monday, but the Superior Court judge declined. However, a few hours later, the teen made the $2 million bond. It's unclear how he managed to raise the cash. Guys, the payment, the money you lose, he would have to have $300,000. $300,000. No, he had to have $300,000. That's the money you lose, $300,000 cash to get out, plus stuff behind bond. He shouldn't have gotten a bond. It was clear. This is clear first degree murder. Maybe even second degree. So yeah. Oh man. Good night, guys. Much love. Hey, great. Absolutely. Much love to you too. I appreciate you guys. So I don't understand how the facts are met. I just don't understand how he got a bond in this. That is insane. Good job to his lawyers. Good job to his lawyers. But how did his family get the money to raise this up, man? How did his family get the money to raise this up? That's insane. Totally insane. All right, we're gonna end the poll, guys. They neither mommy and daddy didn't. No one's clear. His family did not have the means to do this. They did not have the means to do this. His family was not of means. So it's insane. So we'll see. It's the dude, tons of witnesses, not really even question, possibly even video of it. We'll see. So, all right. Jean Pierre said she did not hear, claims she did not hear that part of the speech when Biden falsely acclaimed he was appointed to the Naval Academy in 1965. I need to read it for myself and just go back and see what you're talking about exactly. I can't speak to it right now. At the top of Biden's commencement address to Naval Academy graduates Friday, he told a story about how Delaware Senator John Caleb Boggs, I was appointed to the Academy in 1965 by a senator who I was running against in 1972. The timeline doesn't make sense because in 1965, Biden was already graduating from the University of Delaware. Doesn't make sense. That dog is a man in a dog suit. Yeah, cool. So basically this is her saying and covering for him. He said he was appointed to the Academy. I don't understand how he could have been appointed to the Academy. It is quite insane. Holy shit. Getting this many views. At the type of Biden's commencement address to the Naval Academy graduates Friday, he told the story about how this Delaware senator basically had appointed him to the Naval Academy. The problem is that he never attended the Naval Academy, guys. He would have had to have served as a commissioned officer in the Navy or pay back his tuition. I didn't come to the academy because I wanted to be a football star, the president continued. And you had a guy named... So also, he went to university. How do you get appointed to another college when you're not even going up for college? He was literally graduating at the time. Mustafa are the only two football players out of Naval Academy to win Heisman trophies, doing so in 1960 and 1963, respectively. Which means if he wanted to be a football star, he would have wanted to go to Navy at that time. So we'll see, man. I don't know. It's just more filler bullshit. All right. Off to Twitter land. Let's see what's trending on Twitter. You know what? Let's go. All right. So let's go to trends24.in. Let's see. So Nadal, Liam Payne, Star Trek. Why Star Trek? Let's go here and view tweets on Twitter. All right. So we'll figure out why that's trending. Logan Paul, we know why, because he said he wanted to run for president. Back to the Future. What else is trending? Sussman's trending. We know why that is. We already covered that. Lord of the Rings. Happy Pride Week, Nadal. What's going on with Nadal? Why is he in the... he's a tennis star. Is he finally retiring? I hope he is. Go out on top. Let's see. As I said before, he belongs in a home, just not in the White House. I wonder if Corn Pop was at the NA with him, the Naval Academy. I don't know. Shit's crazy. I think Nadal took the French Open. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping. And then he goes out on top and he retires. Let's check out Novak too. All right, so those are the three we're gonna do. We'll wrap this up in this segment. Star Trek: Strange New Wokes. Huh. And I hate Logan Paul too. I hate Logan Paul too. Trust me. It's all good. All right, so let's start some controversy today. Which 3 are you getting rid of? Oh my God. We're not doing this, guys. We may do this inside of our Discord server. By the way, guys, join our Discord and let us know what you think. I don't know why my my notifications aren't working over here. It's quite interesting. I will get the link out to our Discord. You can also find it in the description of the video. But check out. Oh nope, there goes Streamlabs doing the job. You guys, check out our community. You guys can check out what we're talking about. We do all types of fun events, all types of stuff. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps us. We appreciate every last one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and coming through. We are just a community that prides ourselves in being able to discuss politically sensitive subjects and tough subjects and have common discussion and find common ground and agree to disagree without all the political polarization. So we also allow people to join the round table. A lot of times we'll have guests in here that are from inside of the Discord. If you guys want to be a part of that, be a part of the show, be a part of the community, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and join our Discord. We appreciate every last one of you. Oh, and if you hit that gamer button when you come in the Discord, you can join our amazing Minecraft server. So yeah, Logan Paul's the one who got banned from Twitch and got famous off of showing someone. He didn't just show a dead body. He showed literally someone was committing suicide, seppuku, at the time inside of the forest. Yeah, that's who Logan Paul is. But we'll probably do this. I'm gonna open this in another window, and we'll probably do this inside of our. Yeah, we'll do this exercise inside of our Discord. All right, so new Star Trek star Anson Mount sends Obi-Wan Kenobi actress Moses Ingram support after she receives racist abuse via social media. Well, good on him. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Episode 4 embraces classic submarine-style space battles. That's awesome. Truly the best line ever delivered in all of Star Trek. Let's see. Hold on.
I'm Captain Christopher Pike. To whom am I speaking?
Hi, Christopher. I'm Nero.
I'm Captain Christopher Pike. To whom am I speaking?
Okay, well, I'm Nero. Line delivery. Okay, I don't understand how that's the best line ever, but whatever, cool. But most importantly, when I didn't have any friends, it made me feel like maybe I did. Exactly. Guys, this is why fandoms are important. All right, let's catch up. Logan was the one who showed the yeah, and he was laughing in the vid when he like he found new content. Yeah, it was fucking horrible. It was absolutely fucking horrible. And yeah, Logan Paul, he's the one who tries to set up all these celebrity boxing matches. Him and Floyd Mayweather are supposed to go on about it. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate it. All right. Justice BA. Appreciate it, my man. All right, Star Trek doesn't promise that tomorrow will be a better place. In fact, many Trek stories warn that it could happen if we make bad choices. Absolutely. But guys, this is what fandom and communities are for, so you can find a place away from all the politicization and everything else. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing at all. If there's one thing that can unite Star Trek fans, it's being racist. Okay, so apparently there was some racist comment flown and some dudes came to support other people. Also, yeah, not only number 2 Star Trek appearance, but starred in a very good movie I don't think many people over here saw called The Snapper. It was marketed horribly. It's on Apple TV+. Hey, I'm going to have to check that out. The Snapper on Apple TV+. Wishing a happy... Oh, he's 69? Holy shit. Yo, beam me up, Scotty. Eric Bana doesn't get enough recognition for his iconic "Hi, Christopher, I'm Nero" line delivery in Star Trek 2009. Oh, whatever. Okay. All right, so... New York Times, Rafael Nadal beat Novak. Okay, that's where Novak came from. In 4 sets to reach the French Open semifinals. Okay, so here's what I think. If Rafael Nadal closes out, actually, you know what? He should go out on this high. If he wins, especially if he wins the French Open, he's been playing for so long. He should go out on a high and just do what he's supposed to do. Novak and him have been rivals forever. They've been going at it forever. Just do your thing and go out on a high, my dude. Ooh, man. Yo, he dominated him. He dominated. 6-2? 6-2, 6-4, 6-2? The only one that was close was the last round. Holy shit. Unless the BA stood for Bachelor's Arts, big possibility there. Absolutely. It's all good. So, man, that's crazy. Badass name, Justice. See what I did there? Oh, I got it. Cool. Justice BA. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, Justice BA, if you throw a comment in here, say what's up. All right, so moving on. Looks like Rafael Nadal did it again. Yo, this man just keeps going at it. How old is he now? Yo, if he gets 14, he gets 14 opens, he just needs to go out. It's time to retire, my man. Go out with a bang. Don't be Michael Jordan. Yeah. So, yeah, we already know what Novak was about. And now looking at Ukraine. All right, so multiple sources now reporting that the U.S. will supply Ukraine with M14-2 HIMARS and M30 guided rockets. Okay, this is a big deal. These travel not kilometers. They travel hundreds of miles. Okay, hundreds of miles. So this is a big deal if they're actually going to give this to them. Russia is looting Ukraine on an industrial scale. Yeah, they're taking all the rolled steel. They're removing all of the industrial stuff that was inside of the steel plant, the Azovstal steel plant. They're removing all of it, and it's going to be very difficult because they're basically plundering all their metals, all of their grain, all of their industrial chemicals and industrial equipment. They're basically harvesting it, and it's just fucking crazy, man. I just don't know how Kiev can keep going if they can't keep their industrials and their production facilities going. And that's a big part of what the South and the East did, where Russia is holding territory. But hopefully the Kherson Oblast falls to Kiev, and that's really important. And once they take that, I think Russia will start to capitulate. We'll see. But look at this. Rolled steel. That's all day long. That's what you need to build things. So, the emote. Lame jokes. Thanks for being the only one to laugh at it, Luna, per usual. Biden opinion in the New York Times. Here are some important quotes. Biden: I've decided that we will provide the Ukrainians with more advanced rocket systems and munitions that will enable them to more precisely strike key targets on the battlefield in Ukraine. The problem with this, though, is if they don't have the air support to protect it, that's the problem. If they don't have the air support to protect these assets, it's not doing anything, guys. Okay? You have to be able to have the air support to protect it from getting hit back, because when you're launching it, it gives away precisely their location, and then they can get hit. And the number of systems and artillery that Russia has outnumbers them 6 to 1. Okay? For every one artillery piece that Ukraine has, Russia has 6. Okay? And they have advanced guidance systems on them. So even with low morale, you still have to worry about getting hit back. If you fire these missiles and then you get taken out by an artillery strike, it's not going to matter. How do you stop that? You suppress it through having air superiority in the area, okay? Air superiority in the area means that when they launch these missile strikes, it's the first strike. Then you come in, you follow it up with airstrikes to take out the rest of the artillery or other standing pieces that are still standing, okay? With air-to-ground missiles, all right? After that, you then follow it up with your own artillery strikes that then lay down the suppressive fire so they don't get a chance to respond. All right, it's a 3-pack. And then you move your infantry forward. And your infantry forward just cleans up. That's all they do. And that's how you progress forward, right? Initial missile strike, airstrike follow-up, artillery fire, precision artillery fire using laser guidance from the... When you fly the plane over and it drops its bombs, you then dip back over and you laze the targets. Artillery fires. They take off before the artillery comes in. Artillery comes in, drops on their ass, and then the infantry comes up and cleans up the motherfuckers who didn't die. That's how it works. You know? Russia's not... They're letting them take the cauldron. They're not advancing. They're losing ground in the... up in... our Kherson and Kharkova. We went over this. So they're purposely letting them have the... So here's the thing. Right here, the Donetsk area is just not that important tactically. They need to reinforce around Kharkiv. They've almost pushed them out of artillery strike range. And then down here around Kherson, they're creating what they're doing is they're sacrificing this to create this up here, this northeastern front, so they can use this to push downward, create a singular line, right, all across here, across the Donetsk Luhansk, and then they can just push downward, right? If they're able to come and cave this in and bring it down to where all they have is this Crimea area, Russia is going to be really, really in a bad spot because they have no way to reinforce, to send supplies through, because this bridge right here is really easy to take out. And not only that, but it can't supply. You can literally, you have to shut off all civilian traffic on the bridge in order to be able to use it as a military supply route permanently to supply everything. Oh, Bosnia. Okay. Well, welcome, Justice BA. Thank you for participating, my dude. All right. So that's how that works. But you really have to understand that they want to create a singular front. They were smart to remove these forces because they were about to close the cauldron here. So the cauldron right here, you see the cauldron. So before, when it was looking like an arrow, right, you see that that's gone, that structure's gone. And that's because they're pulling these forces out because they've forced Russia to sacrifice on the Kharkiv front and on the Kherson front to reinforce the Severodonetsk front right down here. They have served their purpose because what they wanted to do was force Russia to choose between the three positions. Right, and they can't lose ground in Donetsk. It would look really bad because we're gonna take it. Right, Putin backed himself and painted himself into a corner with that. So they forced it by creating that arrowhead. Remember, 1 to 5 on a defensive structure, on a defensive. So they created the arrowhead, dug in, created that defensive structure. You have to overpower defensive positions. Okay, you have to. The force equivalency necessary to overcome them is ridiculous, which made them sacrifice around Kharkiv and Kherson, which has allowed the Ukrainians, before, remember, they were looking like a muddled mess, and now over here they have their horseshoes. They're starting to do their pocket encirclements, right? And over here they're about to have their other pocket encirclement. So they're determining the shape of conflict, okay? They're shaping the actual conflict zone. They're shaping the fronts. They're controlling, which means they're also controlling the pace, which means they're defining the strategy. Right? Those three things were necessary. The only place that Russia is gaining ground is right here, and that's because they've pulled these forces out before they could get cut off. They've served their purpose. They've weakened the other two fronts, and they're going to let them take this area, and they should use it to reinforce the Kharkiv front on the bottom, take that last piece, push Russians out of the final little bit of area they have that keeps Kharkiv inside of artillery range, and then they just need to start pounding Izium. That's all they need to do. And they need to get a shitload more people on artillery. So yeah, that's how that works. So once they do that, they just need to focus on this front, push down into Luhansk, and just create a singular front here across the south and hold and make Russia capitulate. That's what I think. That's my personal opinion. I've been wrong before, but, it is what it is. Holy Jesus, guys. We hit 141 viewers. That was crazy. I don't know what happened there, but that was great. That was great. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys hit that like button and subscribe, it greatly helps. Hit that notification bell because you don't always get notifications out. But thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been amazing. And yeah, so we do this every night. We talk politics. We talk Ukraine. We talk Johnny Depp. Tomorrow we are going to be watching the trial watch live. We're going to be sitting around reviewing stuff, going through memes, etc. I might be doing some programming while we sit here and talk and shoot the shit, but we're going to be doing a verdict watch. I expect that the jury's going to come back with a verdict tomorrow. So yeah, watching the stream and eating bored, too bored to go to sleep. Well, you said, bruv, are you from UK? Or are you from Bosnia? Justice. Because L is also from the UK. And then you guys have a brother in Constantino, he's from Portugal. They have not gotten fighter jets yet. They need them badly. They don't have, it appears that they no longer have any air-to-air combat. They have Su-25s, which are bombers, basically. They're heavy strategic fighters. They do not seem to have much air-to-air capability. I've not seen reports of them having any MiG-29s, any significant number of MiG-29s in the air. I think they've lost a majority of their MiG-29s. They need them badly. So, Yeah, once you eaten, Justice, you didn't bring none? You got to share with the stream. If you're going to be eaten, you got to share with the stream, man. How it works. You're from Bosnia, but you have friends there? Okay. So here's a unique thing. So we right now, a majority of my stream is split between Europe and the United States. Like I got guys pretty much everywhere. From Austria to Germany, UK, Portugal, Norway, right? I have like 2 people in China, 1 in the Philippines, like 2 in in Australia, and then of course guys from there in the US. What we don't have is someone from Bosnia, and I know that the Bosnia and Herzegovina area are very close to Russia. I was just wondering how do you think things are being portrayed there in your area? So yeah, it's good to have somebody from Bosnia. I would love to understand how Bosnians view things. I have a understanding of, like, we have a Norwegian, we have people who are from Hungary, and the rest of Europe, but I really want to understand somewhere that's more closely tied with Russia, like Bosnia, Herzegovina, and how you feel it's portrayed there locally, and how you think people there feel, because there's a difference between what the world tries to see from the outside in your media and what you see around you. And though it is your perspective and your personalized perspective, and it's nice to know how you think and how you see things are going on. And if you feel comfortable speaking English, you're welcome to join our roundtables in our Discord. I welcome it. So yeah, man, woot woot woot. So, all right. Oh man, my is my stream okay for you guys? Because it's saying I'm red right now. Oh, there we go. It's back. It's better. All right. Cool, guys. Well, we're going to go back to just chatting. How about the Su-27s and Lancers? So you're talking about the 24s? When you're talking about the Lancer, you're talking about the 24s? I thought they were called fencers, but are you talking about the Rockwell B1 Lancer? I don't think they have B1s. I mean, most of the non-superiority aircraft fly really low, and they've been unable to knock them out. But they're still going. 1420 channel on YouTube is interesting. It's Russians talking about the special operation. We may have to check that out sometime. Do like a react video or something, and to see score to pick it up. But Russians can't really talk openly, right? So I mean, the Su-27s, they don't have, as far as I know. They've had Su-25s and Su-24s. I've heard of no Su-27s in any great number. Like, there's like maybe 2 or 3, and maybe 3 or 4 MiG-29s, but that's not enough to really matter. So the chat is a little delayed popping up on my screen. Okay. Well, I think it just instantly popped up. So I'm watching it as it happens, but I will do my best to try to address it. So we shall see. Oh man. But as far as the Sukhoi 27s, I mean, that's there's also the Sukhoi 30s. I don't think Ukraine has any of those at all. I don't think they ever did. So but no, as far as I understand, their air capabilities are minimal, and they're having to fly their Su-25s really low. So well, I mean, they're literally using close air support as bombers, strategic bombers. So that's a thing. All right, guys. I need about 5 minutes. We're gonna take our midstream break. I appreciate all of you. We will be right back in 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and get this going. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be right back. The one night we get a huge surge of viewers, I'm on the trash background and doing all that good stuff. So yeah, wonderful night. All right, we'll see you guys shortly. Appreciate it. All right. All right, guys. What's up? Welcome back. There we go. Had to put it up. There we go. Higher production value. All right. Let's get back to it. We're a little early. A little early. It is all right. It's all right. All right. There we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. All right, moving forward. All right, guys. So, yeah. Sorry, I appreciate you guys. Welcome, Legend. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for those new subscriptions. Thank you guys for coming through. We got 2,578 views. Dude, the view counter just started, like, shooting. I think we got featured or something. So, there we go. There we go. What did Justice say? I missed it. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate and check you guys out. But yeah, what was point A and B in Johnny Depp's trial? So point A and B. So let's go to number 3 points A and B. So anyway, so let's see if we can get Johnny Depp, Amber Heard jury instructions. Let's see if we can get those real quick. All right, so here we go. All right, so here's the jury instructions. All right, so number 3, you are judges of the facts. Disregard. Okay, number 10, verdict not based on bias. Okay, so number 1, no B, no C, no D, no E. Hold on, we got to get all the way down to Jesus. Clear and convincing guide, def an implication. Man. All right, where's number 3? No proof of agency. So here's finding instructions. So number 1, number 3. The statement was seen by someone. So the statement is okay. So this is the counterclaimant stuff. So let's go back up. Your verdict must be based on the facts. Number 1, number 3. Were Miss Heard's statements seen by anyone other than Mr. Depp? Verdict not based on sympathy, bias, guesswork, or speculation. Number 3. All right. Your judges of the fact, credibility, awareness of man. You may try to disregard, blah, blah. This is weirdly structured. So I'm looking for part 3. I'm looking for number 3. So here's number 12, number 13, but they're all out of order. They go to Y and FF and AA and BB and DD, DT, triple C. Number 20. Number 3 is missing. It literally skips to 12. Number G. No D, no C, no B. Number 1. Liability issues. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's really weird. This is ridiculous, man. Hold on, let's go all the way down. Maybe number 3 will be here at some point. See, there goes number 5. So it's all out of order. It's all out of order. So let's make sure I didn't miss anything. Number 20. It goes number 20, number 5. I don't understand why these aren't concurrent. So give me a second, guys, and I will find it as quickly as I can. Number 13, number 12. All right. Number C, number B, number... Okay. We're gonna go down. I think it'll be below 5. They should have done better. The clerks just did a shit job. I understand their job is hard, but the clerks did a shit job on this. Because you shouldn't go to number 5 after 20. Okay, so we have number 32, number 8, number 9, number 16, number 30. Okay, did they not publish number 3? Number 1C, we reached the beginning is so finding instructions. The statement is false. Okay, so here it is. Statement is false and the statement is defamatory. So they had to get past. She published this, and the statement was about Mr. Depp. That means they're past this part and they're past this part. The statement is false. So there we go. Here it is. So here's the finding instructions. So 1, Ms. Heard made or published the following statements, right? The statement was about Mr. Depp. That means they determined the statement was about Mr. Depp. The question is, the statement is false. Is it false? Right? Now, there's some finding instructions under number 3, which should be A and B. I don't see... the number 3 A and Bs. So we'll see. But it's all right. Cool. We will figure it out at some point. Looking through here. The op-ed, 1, 2. Where's sub-finding instructions? Should be here. Unless they didn't scan all of them in. This document should be longer than this too. So this should be like a 60-page document. And there's only 37 pages here. So I know the number 3 they were talking about, but I don't see the A and Bs on them, which are finding instructions, but they should be here. But that's fine. It is what it is. It's okay. Let me give you guys what I'm looking at. Here we go. I'm going to transition this so you guys can look. So what I did is I opened up the one from the actual Fairfax County. It's all out of whack. So like number 3 here, that's not the right number 3. So, but it's all out of, like, it starts with no I. Like, that's not how this is supposed to work. So number 1, right? Number B, that doesn't make sense. And then it goes to C, but then you'll see it goes to number 1. So I don't know who in the clerk's office did this, but they did a really bad job. This clerk needs to be held accountable because it goes straight from there to number 20, and then you'll see it goes to number 1 and number 7. So yeah, it's insane. Speaking of flies, I left my door open so the dog could come in and out tonight, and now I have a fly in my house and I cannot kill it. I'm embarrassed. It happens. It happens. All right, guys, but really what it means and what it comes down to is that they have found 2 main things. Because they're on number 3, they found 2 main things. And so we're going to go over to the one that someone tried to put in order. Here we go. So we're going to go down to here, which is the one that matters. So this is the statement is false. So here's where it is. Ms. Heard made the publishing the following statement. So they said, yeah, she definitely made or published it. So we've gotten past publishing. Okay, they made it past 2. The statement is they made it, the statement was about Mr. Depp. They determined that the statement was about Mr. Depp. The statement is false. 3. The statement is false. If you take it and they believe it's about Mr. Depp, is the statement false? There's no proof that he ever sexually assaulted her. This is really good for Johnny's team, right? Really good for Johnny's team.
Why? Because that means they've overcome the two hardest. Was it about him, right? Which is what they needed to prove. And was it published? Was her retweet publishing it? And when she said, I published an article today, it's pretty clear that the tweet indicated publishing and that she was republishing, right? So that right there gives you the grounds to move forward. So the next one is that is this champ for even think of that, Isla. So the statement has, so they got to find out the statement is false, right? And here's the next. The statement has a defamatory implication for Mr. Depp. I think that's easy. If she's accusing him of sexual assault and they've already went through the statement is about him and she's accusing him of sexual assault, that's definitely defamatory in nature, right? The question is the defamatory is its defamatory nature overcome by it being true, which is why number 3 is so important, right? And why they need clarification about, was it just about the headline, right? And so when it comes to that, I think that the answer is definitely yes, that it was about him, that was defamatory in nature. So I think the one that's going to be hard So number 6, due to the circumstances surrounding publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp, and if Mr. Depp further proved by clear and convincing evidence. That last part is very important. If Mr. Depp further proved by clear and convincing evidence, right? I think that they provided that. That Miss Heard made the statement with actual malice. Number 7 is the hardest to overcome because you have to determine the intent of the individual making the statement. Intent is very hard to you got to know there has to be some statement that I did this on purpose to hurt Johnny. Or what they try to do is they try to create that statement out of her preponderance of evidence that she's clearly done other things to purposely hurt Johnny and to purposely basically make his life miserable. And so I think that they have that. I think that this is rather clear to anyone who's looking at the case, right? So we'll have to see. But they have to get all 7. If Mr. Depp failed to prove any one or more of the 7 elements above, then you shall find your verdict for Miss Heard with respect to the above statement. If they get past this last part of number 6 and number 7, but the idea that they're on number 3, the statement is false, and they've already found that the statement was about Mr. Depp, right? And because they're only taking the headline, that's actually in favor to Johnny's team. That's in favor to Johnny's team because if you get down, it becomes less ambiguous. It becomes more ambiguous if you look at the article as a whole. If you look at the statement and they already believe that the statement that is the headline is about Johnny and she's talking about sexual violence, that she provided actual proof that sexual violence occurred. Has she ever claimed it before this trial? The answer is no. Not in the evidence that was given, at least. So I think that they have to find that the statement is false. The statement has a defamatory implication for Mr. Depp. That's very clear. Defamatory implication was designed and intended by Miss Heard. That's the other one. Number 5 and number 7. Very big deal. And the last part of number 6. Those are the 3 hardest that they're going to have to overcome now. I think they're on the right path to do it. We'll see what happens. But I think they have the right path forward to do it. So. All right, so that's what that's about. That's what the jury instruction was about today. That's what's going on there. But man, whoever is in the clerk's office needs to get their shit together. Why is number 5 after number fucking 20? And where is number 3? Where are the sub instructions for number 3? Whatever. All right. So that's what happened with Johnny's thing today. So what's going on? Yeah, Johnny's team has more evidence than Amber's. Absolutely. So Justice, what do you do, man? Are you actually in the justice system in Slovakia? All right, let's catch up on chat. Luna Girl, how -4 Celsius right now. Don't ask me what is that in Fahrenheit. So that's below freezing. That's like 26-ish degrees, 27. Like 27 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so 28.4. She did it already. Jay is like, I'm in the Blue Ridge Mountains. You're in the Blue Mountains? I thought Jay Echo was... Are you in North Carolina? Hold up. I thought he was in Australia. I thought it was John Echo. Real winners of the Heard Depp trial are the meme lords. Absolutely. Absolutely, the winner of the Johnny Depp trial is the meme lords. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button. I appreciate you guys. We are a growing YouTube channel. I just noticed that we're at 70 concurrent viewers. I appreciate all of you for coming through. Thank you so much. Join our Discord. It's absolutely free for you and great for us, right? And you can do that by hitting !Discord like I just did. It will give you the Discord information. You're welcome. With that, you guys can join the round table, be a part of the show, come through, do big things with us. And I appreciate all of you. We've also done a huge thing and gone in depth on the other mass thing, which was the opinion from the court around Roe v. Wade, and separated it from the emotions and talked about what it actually means politically and from a legal perspective. And you guys can definitely check that out. It was linked above. Join our Discord, though, guys. You get access to all of our content. Our gaming community also, we have a Discord server. You guys get to see the subjects of our podcast before we go live. Inside of our podcast topics, you can suggest topics and you can participate in the podcast. So usually I have a guest host or two from inside of our Discord on tonight, but I'm running solo tonight because I'm awesome. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming through. All right, so moving forward. If we keep talking about Johnny Depp gets unfavorable jury instructions. So some of his jury instructions were unfavorable. That's just how it is. It happens. Speaking of files, Fly, yeah, we talked about that one. Fly is just lying. I tried to rewatch Heard Psychiatrist again, but I couldn't do it. I gave up. Yeah, once you, dude, and especially Slinger or whatever his name was, dude, that guy was off of his fucking rocker. I shouldn't have to explain psychiatry to you. I am the psychiatry. That's basically what he did. I'm just like, bro, you answer the question. The judge had to tell him 7 times to answer the question. Actually, there's a really funny meme out there where they voiced him as hold on, I'm gonna take this off screen for a second. Question. Psychiatrist voiced over. I'm gonna find it. Just give me a second. Fan spam Amber Heard Psychiatrist. Dable Spiegel trolled by Johnny Depp fans. Oh yeah. So yeah, David Spiegel got voiced over. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. I don't want to get in trouble. I need to make sure it's not copyrighted, guys. That's why I'm doing it. Yeah. Objection, hearsay. Oh, New South Wales, Australia. Okay, got you. That makes sense. Total sky raising. True. Cool. Oh yeah, did you see Tarkin's comments today where there's a rumor Elaine hired the wrong doc or something? Oh Lord Jesus. Oh man. So Aaron Spiegel, voice Spiegel's Back to the Future memes has the internet. Spiegel statements. Okay. I think this is it. Is this it? Here it is. I got it.
Because apparently this guy from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Hold on. We got it. You guys got to watch this. This shit is fucking hilarious. Check this out. So we're gonna rewind it real quick. I found it, and it's not gonna get.
I cannot even tell you how many people have asked me to do this because apparently this guy from the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial reminds a lot of people
Timing's perfect.
of this guy. So here you go.
I'm an expert witness. I'm saying, as an expert witness.
Let's start with the easy question then.
That was pretty easy. Go ahead.
Doctor, you're going to have to just answer the questions.
Okay, sorry about that. Having trouble getting into this side.
You need to just answer the question.
Okay. I'm not sure why we're arguing psychiatry, because I'm telling you what it is.
Dr. Siegel, you
I am the psychiatry.
Question.
Okay.
Mr. Depp fell asleep with ice cream in his hand. That's not vomitous, right?
I was told it was vomitous.
Okay.
does
Yo,
fit just a little too well, doesn't it?
It's crazy. Yo, when you're getting memed by the left, you know you got problems. Yo, this shit's crazy, right? We gotta put this in the memes channel. We're gonna go put this in the memes channel on Discord. Oh, no, go back. No, go. There we go. We're gonna put this in the memes channel. Gotta, right click. No, I don't want images. Okay, we're just gonna have to put it in the memes channel. It's okay. It's all right. This shit is crazy. It's so good. Boom. In the memes. In the memes. Guys, we're rolling up on the end of the podcast, by the way, so I apologize if it seems a little random. We are actually doing our just chatting segment and addressing our chats and talking about that. That judge deserves a month-long vacation. She absolutely does. She said Elaine might have hired the wrong Dr. Spiegel, but didn't have a solid source. I don't know about that. It would be very difficult. I mean, he said he's testified in tons of trials before, and he's done it significantly, etc. So I don't know if she hired the wrong. Like, what's the chance there are more than one Dr. Spiegel, doctor in psychiatry that also does expert testimony? Up, Donnie. Yes, all expenses paid. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Welcome at fuck up, Donnie. I've not seen you before. Yo, that judge was on point. That poor woman. Did you see her reaction today in the jury questions? Yo, watch her reaction. Like, Elaine, come on.
Is the title of the op-ed. So I think they're just confused as whether it's the whole op-ed or just the title is the statement. And it's clear that the title is the statement. So I was going to answer to say the title is the statement in question.
Like, very simple.
For number 3. Does that seem appropriate?
The title or headline is the statement. Like, come on, guys. Watch this. Everybody's in agreement. Everybody's good. And then Elaine just goes fucking ham for some reason. Come on.
Which they've phrased as headline as opposed to title. But
right, because the headline is the alleged.
Like, watch her face,
statement.
guys.
So I can say the statement. The statement is the headline, and not the entire op-ed.
Watch your
face. Is that what you want me to say? All right.
Thank you.
The statement is the headline, not the entire
article. Op-ed. Yep. We'll see what happens here.
All right.
Come on, buddies.
I will send that back.
Watch when her lawyers go to it here.
Just so we're clear, Your Honor, the wording would be what again?
I can give you the copy of this when okay, it says the statement is the headline, not the entire op-ed.
Very simple statement.
Everybody's.
You know, just give me a second.
She knew she was giving the face and she had to stop.
Mr. Chu, I did get your motion.
Yo, you see that shit?
But I am kind of ignoring you.
Hold on. So we're gonna go. So she goes to address something else. Hold on. We're gonna pause on her face.
Just so we're clear, Your Honor, the wording would be what again?
I can give you the copy of this when okay, it says the statement is the headline, not the entire op-ed.
Everybody's waiting on you, Elaine.
Just give me a second.
Look at her. Like, really? Like, look at her face, man. You see this woman? She's like, this is bullshit. It's fucking great. Thank you for this subscription, Leonard. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Cardboard Castle, the Crusader Squad, doing your thing. I appreciate it. We are wrapping this up, but we're just going through. Look at this. She is so done. She's just like, it's literally a sentence. It's literally a sentence, and it's in your favor. Like, look. She's like, I fucking hate you right now. Yo, you can see that the absolute just dislike on her face. Yo, man, give me a second.
sec like a year. Oh man, it is insane. This is insane. Johnny laughing. Yeah, I know. It's just for reference. The title headline: Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and face culture draft. That has to change. So the judge and the jury just passed handwritten. That's correct. XOXO judge. Okay, sorry, I had a moment. Give me any time. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, give me like a year. They don't pay me enough for this shit. Exactly. She's like, I fucking hate you. You can see just the vehement dislike in her face.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting for that, and Mr. Chu, I did get your motion. I'm not ignoring you, but I am kind of ignoring you. Because since the jury has the case now and it's out of my hands, I appreciate your motion, but I'm not going to entertain it at this time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
That's insane. There are 2 Spiegels in. Oh man, thank you for doing that research real quick. Prize to Lane's microphone. Yo, I've never seen a lawyer have so much trouble with fucking microphones. It's insane that to me that she's had that much trouble with her microphone. Actually, I need to adjust this because I look paled out as fuck, and I am not that pale. Give me 1 second, guys. It's bothering me. Let me go adjust this really quickly. Configure video, and I'm going to change the white balance because it is. Oh, because they put auto white balance on. There we go. I don't know how auto white balance got turned back on and autofocus too. I can't help the autofocus right now. Let's turn that off. Apply. Okay. Now autofocus will stop fucking with my shit. There we go. And now the background's properly blurred out when I turned off autofocus. Go figure. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. I see that every time and I'm just like, I don't know how to deal with that. I gotta stop saying your name. You're from NC? You're from NC too? Yo, I'm in Concord. We got someone from Raleigh. We got another person from TCC. We got another person in Rock Hill. We got another person in Gastonia. I don't know any of these. These aren't even my people from North Carolina. Like I got 2 people up in Hickory that I do know that don't really talk much, but they're watching. Yo, we got to do like a North Carolina meetup. I got a lot of viewers from North Carolina. It's 5. We have 5. So yeah, it's me, Tarkin, Luna, Maddie, no, Gabby, sorry, Scrubs, and one other person, yeah. I would say, STFU Donnie. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Come on, I'll figure it out. We'll get it going. Or we just might have to get you to convince you to change your name. You know, but this shit is crazy, right? Like this shit is fucking crazy. It is nuts. It is insane to me that they're literally arguing. She's like, I need to think about a sentence.
Thank you.
Just, can I have one moment, Your Honor? Just.
It's a sentence. Look at her. Look at her. She gets mad.
Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Look at her. She's holding it in, man. You can tell that she wants to have an outburst and just go ham. Like, look at. What do you need? Because she cannot get on her about thinking about it. If she chastised her for taking her time and her representation of her client, it opens up all types of bullshit. So she's just being really patient here. She shakes her head. Look at.
Can I have one moment, Your Honor?
Look, just shakes her head. Oh my God, and like slams her. It's like she's keeping her mouth. Hats off to this judge, yo, because I would have lost my fucking shit. I would have lost my shit. Biting her lip, shaking her head. You can tell she is so done with this bullshit. It's a sentence to the jury. You see the anger in her face. She's having trouble hiding it. Look, that is anger. That is seething anger. Look. Watch. She gets angry watching them sit there do it. It's that seething anger. Yo, I'm telling you. They best be glad she's not the one making the finding. Because, yo, they be fucked.
All right. Are we satisfied with that answer? Okay, I will.
Oh man, that is crazy, guys. Don't piss off your judge. Judges wield lots and lots of power. They're not the people you really want to piss on, you know. So just, oh my God, I'm asked, why didn't we think of that? That'd be too. Crystal Oxford is from. Yeah, Crystal's from NC too. Yep. And there's someone from down in TCC, Rock Hill. So, and then I have 2 people I know watch that are from Hickory. So. Anyways, yeah, props for the judge, man. So, Lizzie is from South Carolina. Yep, that's who it is. Lizzie's is the one from Rock Hill.
And the one from CKK, I don't remember who that is. I mean, that's South Carolina, but we'll count them. They're close enough to the Charlotte, North Carolina border, so whatever. You know, we'll give them a pass on being from South Carolina. It's okay. Oh man, we're up to 70 more. Dude, I love every last one of you guys. We are actually wrapping up right now. Thank you guys so much. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to subscribe. Hit that like button for us. Hit that notification bell to make sure that you set to all, so that way you get notified, as I'm a small streamer and I'll get overwhelmed. I appreciate everybody for coming through. We're going to have a great night. We are about to peace out for the first time in a minute. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Again, join the Discord so you can join the round table. You can be a part of this discussion. Come in, be a part of our podcast. We have a gamer section. We have our own Minecraft server. Come play some Minecraft with me and the boys. We do stream on Twitch every Friday. We're probably going to be doing some Minecraft, all the good things. Exclamation point our Discord if you want to see our Discord information. Other than that, just remember, everybody, that you have value just by being alive. You have value, period. I love each and every one of you, no matter whether you're black, brown, white, yellow, left, right, it doesn't matter to me. You have intrinsic value just by being alive and being human. Remember that. If you ever need any of us, we're here in Discord. You need some support, you need some help, you need some you're having a trying time emotionally. That's what we're here for. We're here to get rid of a lot of this vehemence between each other. We should just love each other. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree, and we can do it kindly, and we don't have to silence or overwhelm or shout down other people. I want everybody to know that. Thank you. This is the Cardboard Castle. Keep on rocking with us, our Crusader squad. I appreciate you. I'm Cardboard Crusader, or aka Alex. And thank you guys. Have a great night. Peace. Ending music thing. There we go. It's on the screen, Justice. Cardboard Crusader on Twitch. I try to keep my gaming and my newscast separate. And the Twitch existed before this. Yeah, we'll still accept you, man. Later's everyone. Later. I'm blind as... Hey, we don't care if you're blind. We're all blind. It's all good, man. If I knew some copyright-free death metal, we would do it. Absolutely.
That was wild.
We're still on for 2 minutes and 1 second. But yeah, it was crazy. It's great. Welcome, Jay.
There's a lot of people on there.
Can people hear me?
Welcome, Maddie. Yeah, they can hear you.
They can hear me.
Should I start singing?
Sure, do it. It doesn't matter. It's the outro. It gets cut anyways.
Like I should have waited.
I'm scared.
Okay, there's a countdown on the stream. Minute and 56 on the actual stream. Oh man, I'm like 24 seconds behind. I shouldn't be that far behind. I need to make sure I set. Oh, I forgot to put low latency on. That explains why I was so far behind chat. Okay, that's my fault. I fucked up on the low latency, guys. We're down to 30. Oh, thank you for the follow, Justice BA. Appreciate you, my man.
Join the Discord and I'll show you a meme of cardboard.
Oh my god, are we really... I hate that gummy bear meme. I should have deleted it. Bastards. I was hyped about going salsa dancing, and next thing you know, we're about to start a fucking gang war. Gang! You guys got to join the Discord to understand what it's about. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
If you're not in the Discord, then where the freak you at?
Oh my god. Maddie, stop. Just stop. While you're ahead. Y'all forgive her. She's young.
I'm autistic.
Have a great night, Justia. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my future streams, my dude.
How do you mean?
That was nuts. We gained 15 new subscribers tonight, so there we go. Great. We got 3,741 views.
Are we off now?
Here.